all the way up, all the way. Mm. Oh, you want the EMP? You want electromagnetic pulse? Do you know what an electromagnetic pulse is? Electromagnetic pulse. FAMP. What the hit the electric grid? What? What would you do? An EMP? Do you know what an EMP is? Electromagnetic motherfucking shit that wipe the whole grid offline and everything digital. All your money in the bank digital. So imagine, let's say hypothetically speaking, the EMP hit right now. If everybody got Cash App and Zello and all this instant cash shit, right? If the grid go down, how would you get your assets from those institutions? How would you get your money back? If the EMP hit right now, how would you get your money back? I would don't be hitting me with that FDIC shit, cause that shit ain't guaranteed neither. An EMP hit right now. Let's not act like it's totally far fetched. You feel me? Cause it's not. It's not. They do this all over the world. It just ain't happened here yet. Mm-mm. Nah, not just the solar flare. I'm talking about the EMP. I'm talking about the EMP caused by man. You know they got the technology to shoot EMPs at targets and you feel me? Whoopie woo, whoopie. Come on, man. Like they been had the technology. Yeah, solar flares, all that. Um, but what I'm saying is this shit gon' like I see it happen in one or two ways, right? Now when society get rid of yeah, an electromagnetic wave. It's gonna be electromagnetic plasma wave going all over the face of the earth. Anything electronic will get fried if it's not in the um protective packaging and stuff like that. You feel me? Yeah, electromagnetic warfare. Electromagnetic warfare. Because you know we operate off of frequencies and stuff, you feel me? So I'm just saying, like, if we gonna talk, we gonna talk. Let's be realistic. Ain't nothing, ain't no such thing as and can't, can't and can. They both exist, but they both don't exist. You feel me? Because can't is like a figment of Can't is like a never. Yeah, man, that's the easiest way. That's the easiest way to go ahead and, you feel me, kill off the population. Let's go. Okay, let's render all the devices obsolete, which means that, okay, you can't use it no more. So if I send an electromagnetic pulse in the air to fry your iPhone 13, and fuck your car up, and fuck your house up, and just fuck up the whole electrical grid, I could control the people way better. You feel me? Now, I just had this conversation on Live Me with with one of my favorite people to argue with, but I had to bring it over here because I felt like somebody need to speak about this. As far as our sector go, if the EMP hit right now, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? 'Cause we're so reliant on technology, all the way from Google, Alexa, all that shit, everything, technology, cars, technology, house technology. That's what I'm saying, bro. But see, motherfuckers don't be seeing what I be seeing when I see what I see when I see it. Because what's the easiest way to, man, look, Russia and China are already up to some bullshit already. You feel me? Russia and China are already up to something. So it's only a matter of time before, they put their little plan into action. But the question is, are we gonna be ready for what they may bring to us? If they hit us with an EMP, bro, that mean your car ain't gonna run. That mean that plane ain't gonna run. That mean that boat ain't gonna run. That boat probably won't even. You feel me? Like we gonna end up going back to the old old days, Flintstone. You feel me? Barney Rubble type shit. You feel me? Like people people gotta realize, man, there's a lot of stuff we up against. Don't people don't understand how advanced technology has gotten. And just because you think you got these phones and stuff, what you think they technology is? How advanced do you think their technology is? I'm not doing this to scare nobody. I'm just here to make you think, put you in my mind frame. Reason why I don't talk about no other YouTuber, because I'm no better. Yeah, yeah. I'm going back to the basics too, because we living lives, and we ain't even tapped into our reality. So it's like I rather I rather I rather go back to the way I used to live opposed to changing the way I live to fit into another person's persona or ideology or what they think I should be or what they think my life should be like. You feel me? Like the whole situation is crazy. You feel me? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was listening to his I was listening to him all this morning. Matter of fact, after I got off the live, man, bro, that man smart as hell. Alan Watts is smart. He explained everything in the simplest terms, and it made sense. Everything that he said made sense logically. It made sense logically. Like if you trying to get somewhere, if you don't know where you trying to get at, you ain't gonna get there. I've been saying that. Like at least I have somewhat of a vision of where I'm trying to go at, so I know what to do and what not to do. You feel me? But it, he really is a smart individual. Really is a smart individual. Like, and a lot of this stuff is simplistic. We just complicate stuff. We overcomplicate stuff. Hey, look, illusions, illusions of money, time, and ego. Those are the three things that we got to get out of. Once we get out of that, those three illusions, time and the ego illusions, we'll be better off. Because if you understand time and you understand that time is infinite, you are never really out of time or ever too late to make a difference. So it's never too late. So therefore, it never really exists. You feel me? If you understand the laws of attraction and you feel me, the 48 laws of power and all that stuff, a lot of stuff in the dictionary would not exist based off of the laws of attraction. Period. Right. We overcompensate where we don't have to. We make shit more harder than it has to be. Instead of us simplifying everything and you feel me, getting to the root of the problem, we rather just point the finger and be like, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's this, maybe it's this, maybe it's this. No, we know what it is. We know what it is. It's been in our face the whole time. Ain't nothing new under the sun, you feel me? Ain't nothing new gonna be under the sun. So if all this stuff been going on, wouldn't you want to learn your history so you're gonna be doomed to repeat it? Regardless of who telling the story, I still want to know what the fuck could have happened, even if it didn't happen, so I could be on the lookout for it. Because I know if it didn't happen, it's a possibility they still trying to make it happen. You feel me? And just because it didn't happen, don't mean that they stopped. You feel me? So when they lost all them battles that they was trying to win, trying to accomplish whatever they was trying to accomplish, you think they stopped for 1 minute to accomplish that goal that they lost way back in the 1800s? Get real. You think your enemy laid down and said, fuck it, I'm gonna just let him live. What sense does that make? I respect all men. I respect all men, all women, all life. Feel me? All lives matter. You feel me? I'm not racist. I just hate fuck shit and I hate dumb shit. So it's like if I see fuck shit or if I smell fuck shit or you feel me, if I feel funny about anything, then I'm gonna call it out. I don't care if you my mom, my dad, auntie, grandma. What need to be what need to be addressed needs to be addressed. You feel me? I don't care who you is, how old you is. If I gotta put you in your place, I'll put you in your place. Right. So look, engine breakdown. Yeah, engines break down like it's not nothing. Engines break down like it's nothing. So imagine all these cars on the highway can't turn on, can't move. They just in the way. Now what y'all gonna do? You can't go to GMC and be like, I want my money back, cause they're not gonna answer the phone. Yeah, they made them overcomplicated. Of course. They overcomplicate everything because they don't want you to figure it out. They put all these terminologies on stuff to make it harder for you to wrap your mind around the physics that goes behind creating that product. And it's all forbidden science and forbidden knowledge that they're using against you and expecting you to spend your money for their forbidden knowledge. When knowledge is supposed to be universal, you're supposed to reach one, teach one. It's not supposed to be, you're not supposed to be charging people for information. You shouldn't charge me to to hear a lecture. I shouldn't be paying you to come hear you spread the information or the knowledge of your ancestors with and me and the rest of the people that's gonna turn into ancestors when it's our turn to turn into ancestors. You feel me? But like one thing is guaranteed in life. You're going to be an ancestor. You got to be remembered as a good ancestor or a bad ancestor. So which one are you going to be? Are you gonna stand up for the greater good of the other people, or you gonna lay down like everybody else before you? But what type of existence is that? What type of existence is that if you gonna just go with the status quo of everybody else that sold out down the line before you, and then you ain't gonna try and make no type of change, no type of no type of improvement to what's going on around you or affecting the people that you got contact to. Like what what are we gonna do to reverse all of this? I mean, and I know everybody ain't gonna get on board, and everybody's not gonna agree. Okay, well, being that we ain't gonna agree, but let's agree to disagree that everybody ain't for everybody. Let's just agree. Let's agree to disagree that everybody's not for everybody. I'm not gonna like everybody. You're not gonna like everybody. We gotta get out of that goddamn me. Oh, you hurt my feelings because you don't agree with me. Man, look, at the end of the day, what float your boat gonna float your boat. So go ahead, keep that shit floating. But you feel me? You ain't finna throw none of them, none of them fucked up ass ideas over here. You feel me? And yeah, you could throw them, but shit, it's on me to accept that shit. You could be like, oh yeah, the sky's water. Or yeah, or be like, oh yeah, we live in a dome. Or, yeah, man, like bro, look, we ain't none of us been outside of this atmosphere. Ain't none of us been out of this atmosphere. Even if you saw it on the television, it's a possibility that CSI, CGSI, all that good shit. You feel me? Yeah, they been doing it. You feel me? But look, I rather struggle because the struggle keeps me the struggle keeps me alive. It keeps me human. It keeps me tapped into reality. A lot of people ain't real. A lot of people ain't real, bro. Every day I wake up, I tell myself I'm a revolutionary. I'm a revolutionary. I tell myself that I'm a revolutionary because I know the revolution died a long time ago. It died a long time ago. We got a bunch of yes men. We got a bunch of Uncle Tom coon ass motherfuckers that's just doing just enough to get by. I'm not just trying to get by, man. I'm trying to make this shit better for everybody. It's not just about no fucking skin. It's deeper than that. It's not black versus white. That's stupid. That's dumb as hell. Divide and conquer. That's the oldest trick in the book. So if they divide, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That I'm not. Look, I don't play by their rules. I play by my rules. You feel me? I gotta play by my rules. It's the human race, bruh. It's the human race. Us as humans, we gotta we gotta depend on each other. We need each other. It's not just one human has all the fucking answers. We gotta come together and make this better for all of us because we all getting the shit into the stick, regardless of what walk of life you from. Regardless if you grew up in the hood or if you grew up in the suburbs. We all in this shit together. All that division is only good for one thing, dividing shit. What you divide? You divide shit when you trying to get a piece of something, right? You getting a piece. I want where my piece at? Where my piece at? Where my piece at? Where my piece at? So look, if we was to be like, okay, this all ours. I represent every man and woman that ain't had a voice. I represent everybody that ain't never had a fight in the race. You feel me? I represent those people. I represent the handicapped people. I represent the people that can't speak. I represent the people that's in the hospital bed right now, trying to figure out what the hell going on. Don't understand nothing about nothing that's going on. Getting told bullshit all over and over and over. I'm the voice for them people. I'm the voice for the people that got disabilities that's trying to cope with life. I'm the voice for them people. I'm the voice for the little girl that that's thinking about dropping out of school because she feel like the world's against her. I'm also the voice for that little boy that's in school thinking about going to school killing everybody because he feel like everybody hate him. I'm the voice for everybody that feel like they're not being heard, they're not being listened to. Because I understand. I've been ignored my whole life for telling the truth. People thought I was crazy. I got called crazy my whole life. I got ostracized my whole life. I got ostracized my whole life. So what I did was I ended up stop hanging out with my younger homeboys, and I got older homeboys that was on my frequency where I could have these intellectual conversations and actually build on better solutions for me and the stuff that I was trying to come get out of. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna lie, I get weak as fuck every day. Every day I wake up, I get weak. I get weak, but I understand it's not for me. I don't live for myself. I don't live for myself, and if I die, I'm not dying for myself. I'm dying for y'all. Knowledge, bro. Knowledge is the jewel, bro. Once a person give you the information, bro, a person can't never tell. Person can't never take knowledge away from you. That's why I always went for the knowledge. I went for the knowledge because the knowledge is the power. Without knowledge, you ain't got no power. If you don't know who you are, then how could you stop somebody from telling you what you're not? And then if you don't know who you are, how could you stop somebody from referring to you as that thing that you don't recognize with? I'm just saying, like, I be seeing a lot of monkey see, monkey do ass shit on YouTube as far as you know our sector goes, like far as the black sector go, even the woke people, like all these different all these different genres and different groups and categories and this, that, and the third. And I mean, like, come on, man. Like, we do all this for what? To feel accepted by people that don't accept us, right? So why would I go out of my way to impress a motherfucker that deserve don't deserve my motherfucking energy in the first place, bruh? You don't deserve my energy in the first place, so why the fuck would I even give a fuck? And that's why it's getting so hot right now because we don't care. But we know who we are. We recognize it. We've been on woke up to who we were a long time ago. But it's just keeping the frequencies right. Right. And look, I realized I saw my death already in a dream. And now I know when it's my time. I seen my death already. I'ma die for y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm laying down my life for the whole world. When nobody die for y'all, I will. When nobody put themselves on the on when nobody put themselves up as a sacrifice, I sacrifice myself for y'all. I lay my whole life down. Body, soul, all that. Just so y'all could just so y'all can have a better existence. There's no way you should have 70-year-old men working on construction sites. Can't even retire. Can't even retire and enjoy their money. Shout out JP, shout out John, shout out all them boys, man. But we need people that think that way. Yes, I understand that, but see, I understand that eventually somebody's gonna try and take me out. Somebody's gonna take me out. Somebody's gonna take me out. I already know it because I could walk in the room and the motherfucker won't see my purpose on me before I see it on me, and then all of a sudden I start getting negative vibes from that person that just realized who I was. You feel me? Before I even had to open my mouth. So it's like I used to be scared, but I'm actually honored to die for you, for y'all. I'm actually honored to die for y'all. Because a coward only dies once. A soldier dies one. You feel me? A coward dies a million deaths, but a soldier dies once. I rather I rather die on my square. I rather die on my square than fucking fold for anything. And maybe my testament and my story of how I overcame all of the obstacles early on in my life, just to just to try and make a difference for the world. Maybe I'll inspire somebody else to to keep it going. But I'm not gonna crash out or do nothing stupid to put myself in a compromising situation. I'm just saying, I'm just here to motivate the people to do something different. Cause it's time out. It's time out. It's time out for all the excuses and, oh well, the Willie was lynched, this, that, and the third. Well, Willie been dead a long time ago. So how long y'all gonna let his theory keep fucking with you? If these people was having these conversations back then, why the fuck is y'all listening to them? Why, why, why listen to a bunch of bullshit that ain't been working? We been down this blood road before. We've been down this aisle before. We know what the hell's coming. We know what come with it. You feel me? So if we know what come with it and we know what's coming, why don't we improve our approach on how we finna tackle these situations instead of just breaking out and doing stupid stuff and start moving a little bit more militant? At least have a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? At least have a little bit of I don't want to say self-control. I want to say discipline. That's the word I'm looking for. You need to have more discipline because if you discipline yourself on the way you're supposed to be, opposed to the way that they want you to be, you'll be a thousand times better. But see, look, what the Bible say, my people. What the Bible say, my people perish because of lack of knowledge, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean the Bible. It just means we so ignorant and stuck in our ways to the point where we feel like can't nobody do it better than I did it. Or if I did it, as long as I did it first, that's all that matters. No, it ain't about who did it first, it's about who lasts the longest. You feel me? And as you can see, by the course of time, if you see how long this government been in, how long has the United States of America been in corporation? All the way from 1776, we all the way in 2021 now. How many years that is? In the land of the blind, the man with one eye is king. So that's 250 years. 250 years we've been, this country has been, all right. So, all right, I got a question. What happened to the Mayans? And what happened to all the other ancient civilizations? Who did them in? What caused their civilizations to crash? And how come it's no accurate account of what happened? I'm just asking questions, you feel me? Because I've always asked that question. I was like, man, so you mean to tell me that big ass place, they have statues, all that shit. I know they extinct, but shit, what made them go extinct? Because allegedly they had technology like we got now. Them pyramids was like power plants and shit. You feel me? Come on, man. Like them people wasn't they got killed. They got killed by the overlord. Whoever, man, look, if you don't know how history works, who tells the story? The winner or the loser? Who tells the story in history? The winner or the loser? There ain't no conspiracy talk. Anybody come in here with that conspiracy bush, I'm gonna block y'all out. I ain't even fucking playing, bro. Like real spill. I'm not here to argue with you about words that don't exist. And that shit, that word right there is so confusing because you got people thinking that, oh well, conspiracy theory, like, man, bro, y'all need to might as well just take that. Y'all might as well just take that out y'all vocabulary, because it really don't mean shit. It really don't. It just means there's a possibility that it's two people conspiring. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. You feel me? Who writes the fucking history? Then they tell the story how they want it to be told. The victor, whoever wins the victory, they tell the story. So, and even if the victor gets to tell the story, that doesn't mean that that story is 100% accurate, because we already know the victor gonna always try and make it seem like something that it wasn't. You already know when a nigga okay, when a dude get in a fight with a dude, right? Let I can't smoke right now, bro. I can't fucking smoke, bro. I was trying to, but I'm waiting, bro. I wish I could, but unfortunately I can't right now. Where you at? Who that? I smoke. Who that? I'm always down to smoke, my G. Right. Okay. So look. So what you think finna happen? If the Roman Empire collapse, right? Don't you think America's bound to collapse by design? Don't y'all think America's bound to collapse? And if it is bound to collapse, when is that collapse supposed to happen? Because we understand that all of this stuff is by design. You feel me? Everything is by design. Nothing happens by coincidence. I mean, I would try and smoke. I definitely I definitely need to, cause like my mind. Oh, you want to chop it up? Oh yeah. You can chop it up, bro. My G, you can chop it up. Yeah, you can chop it up, man. I'm gonna drop the link, my G. I'm gonna drop the link, man. I'm gonna drop the link, my G. There go the link, my G. You gotta hop in. Yeah, man. Look, I already know it's coming. Every time that money run out, bro, they just buy more time. Every time that debt ceiling defaults, they buy more time. Everything going back to gold back, bro. Everything going back to gold back, bro. Going back to the old days. Ain't on that bullshit. Hey, you can hop up here, bro. People gotta understand, man. Shit bigger than what you think, man. I'm not racist. I hate racist. I hate racist people because we all bleed blood. So what the fuck? Who died and made you better? And nobody made you better, bro. Cause at the end of the day, if I could take this same knife that I used to cut my wrist with, and I could cut your wrist with, guess what? That makes you. That makes you motherfucking expendable, just like me, my nigga. Come on, man. What's up, Jason?
What's good, yo?
You in here?
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We definitely about to collapse. That government is about to collapse. You are 100% right on that debt ceiling. They just keep raising it up because the money ain't real. It's fake. You know what I
Yeah, it's
mean?
fiat currency. It's fiat currency. It was never backed by gold. It was
Yeah, it's
never backed by
nothing.
nothing. They just created a bunch of numbers and got you feel me just to steal
Yeah, it might as
motherfuckers
well
profit.
be monopoly money for real.
Yeah, you might as well say it is monopoly money because
Yeah,
the money ain't worth shit. If you look at
especially
if you
some
look at
like
if you look
like you
at
were
if you look
saying.
at the go ahead.
No, no, you're good.
Yeah, if you look at the money, right? Now look at the American dollar.
Yeah,
It's designed like monopoly money because
yeah.
okay, it got all of their symbols. It has all their little Illuminati bullshit on there, right? The New World Order, woo, 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 like this is this is this is their plan for world domination. So what
Yeah.
they're doing is they're getting all of the money put into the banking system. All right, now everybody got credit cards, Cash App, uh, what Instacart, goddamn me, you feel me? Motherfucker don't even go to the store no more. You feel me? Motherfucker
You
don't even go
see,
to the store no more, cuz.
you see what
Motherfucker get that shit
they
dropped off
they
at
did
the
it.
house.
They did it in like Finland or Sweden or Switzerland, one of them countries. They got it to where it's like a welfare, like everybody, the whole country gets it, and you can get a job and you can do other shit too. But everybody gets a certain amount of monthly income, like $3,000-4,000 to live off of.
What's up, man? What's up, X? Yeah, man. And then Canada, they take care of their people
Yeah, you
when
ain't
they
telling me
get fired. When
if
they
I
get
walk
fired,
outside right now, I'm looking at Canada. Like I can see Canada from my front door.
my dad's over there. I get all the inside scoop.
For real?
Yeah, my father got deported over there, so you feel me? I be politicking with him. You feel me? He be telling me about certain shit.
Yeah, I'm right at the border. Like the bridge, I can see the bridge from my. I mean, it's an apartment, but I can see the bridge if I go outside.
Yeah, man. Shit, like I just be on here politicking, man. Just trying to wake the people up. You feel me?
I hear you. I know. Preach it. I'm telling you, preach that shit because I thought I was
Because
the only
like
one thinking like that.
all
I
this
thought I was the
division,
only
everybody
one.
be like, oh well, you look like this, you look like that, man. Look, at the end of the day, cut your wrist right now, cut your wrist right now, and see what come out your fucking hand. If
Yeah,
it's blood, nigga, you my brother. If you bleed
that.
blood, you my brother. If you bleed green, I don't know what you is, my bud. You feel me?
I
Straight
mean,
like that. Straight
unless
like
you're on
that.
some super foul shit, in which case, you know, I gotta cut off the hand to save the rest of the body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, shit. Gangrene. I ain't trying to go gangrene. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I
Shit, you
noticed that
sometimes
title earlier.
you gotta amputate a finger to save the whole hand. You feel me?
Yes, fact.
You gotta cut out the bad parts to get to the good parts.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's all it is you gotta protect what you know. You feel me?
Hmm.
We have to we are watchers of the galaxy regardless.
Yeah,
Everybody got their time. It's our time to be the watchers of this galaxy for the future.
and think
We
about what
all
we
gotta
do.
play our
We're
part.
fucking it off. we're fucking it off, like making sure nothing after us will really survive much longer.
Yeah.
We're just
And
destroying.
we dropped the ball. We dropped the ball. We really did drop the ball, but it's never too late. It's never too late to just go ahead and get back on point and save community, bro. Because this transhumanism shit is going to a whole new level. They have robots that can reproduce without humans. So what does
Yeah,
that what does that leave us? They don't need us then.
they don't.
They
They
can
don't
go ahead
need
and
us.
press the button right now, and you feel me? All of us will be gone from wherever. You feel me? Y'all talk about, oh, it take money to go to war. All right, well, how about they got your whole house rigged up right now, where if they press a button from where they at, bitch, you'll be fucked, and you won't even know where to start, even if you was to survive to get to them.
Yeah,
Like it's not a conspiracy theory, cause bro, look, I tell y'all, know I get on
yeah.
here every day. I get on here and I tell y'all I almost died when I was 4. The shit they told me didn't make sense. So that's what made me go down this rabbit hole. And when I saw what was going on, I was like, hell no, I gotta tell somebody. I gotta tell somebody. But then the people that I was telling, they was like, oh no, you crazy, you crazy. I was like, all right, well shit. If I get killed, I get killed. It is what it is. I ain't got shit to live for no way. Shit,
Man,
this ain't life.
I got a
This ain't
crazy
life.
destroy the economy. A crazy guaranteed plan, guaranteed to destroy the economy. So you know how
Hell yeah.
they got them things where they say you give $1 a day to whatever donation, you sign up for like $28 a month or whatever it is. They
Mm,
got one for the medic for the soldiers. They got one for the Shriner Church. They always had a commercial on TV.
yeah, but see, look,
$28 a
dumb
day. They all want
motherfuckers.
$28 a day because that's, or they all want $28 a month because that's $1 a day, right? So I was thinking about it one day. I was like, well, if I could think about how many voters there were, even if it was 200 million voters or some shit, even if
Mm-hmm.
I only got half of them to start, and I got them all to give me $1 a day, that's $100 million, 125 million a day, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if I was 100% stayed my integrity and I gave all that, now I got $100 million. Even if I had to pay taxes, which I don't, because it was $100 million and you're running a business, you're invested, you don't have to pay taxes because you're rich. So I wouldn't have to
Mm-hmm.
pay taxes. But I could make 125 millionaires every day, and then I'll sign them people all up so that they got to give me $1 a day. And before you know it, it would spread like COVID, and everybody would be a millionaire. Within a couple years, the whole planet would be a millionaire. But then money wouldn't mean shit because everybody has a million.
Yeah.
Man, that's a guaranteed plan. Destroy the economy, the world economy. I'll probably get killed if I did that shit for real. I'm fuck. I'm probably on a list right now just for talking about some shit like that. The fucking
You hear me?
no, I didn't hear you. You
No,
were silent.
I said, do you know what anarchy is?
Yeah,
I ain't talking about the crazy shit. I'm talking about the trading part. Like
like a world without a
I got
government.
eggs and you got milk. You feel me?
Yeah, like
And
bartering.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what anarchy really supposed to be. You feel me?
that's what the original communism was before they changed the meaning of the word. Basically, like pirates were communists. So everybody on the ship was an equal man.
Mm,
Everything. If we looted a city, the captain don't get a bunch of gold and we each get 2 pieces. we all get equal because we're all on the boat together. The only time the captain had two votes was in the middle of a battle. Even if it was like, which way are we going now? The captain only gets one vote. He's not special. He's one man, just like the rest of us. We're all equal.
Right.
But we got to the point in our society where nobody wants to be equals no more. I want to be over the next man.
Yeah, everybody want to be an Indian. Don't nobody want to be a chief.
Like we
I
were
mean,
talking about
everybody want to
earlier,
be a
like
chief, but don't nobody want to be an Indian.
I'm 100% with you where it's not about all these petty subdivisions of what the human race is. Oh, you're this shade, you're that shade. That's all bullshit. But where the problem comes in also is when you get to these fucking debates and elections and shit, and people start asking the question, well, what are you gonna do for my group? What are you gonna do for my group? What are you gonna do for my group? And we're gonna do the same thing for everybody. Everybody needs the
Yeah, see,
same
like
shit.
that's the thing. That's the thing. Y'all gotta stop singling out everybody else and include everybody. If you include everybody, then can't nobody feel left out.
Right, exactly. And
If
like
everybody get a piece of the pie, how can everybody be fucking mad? How?
it's like somebody told me, they said pride is bad. It don't matter if it's pride, it don't matter what it is, because even if it's pride in you doing your work, that means if somebody else ain't doing your work, they should be ashamed, right?
Right,
The opposite of pride is shame. So
right,
anything, if you say I'm proud of this, that means anybody that's not this should be shameful.
right.
That's that's crazy. No one should ever feel pride again. That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
Yeah, that's why I
Like,
say. That's why I say like the dictionary, bro, is tricky when it comes to them definitions and the
yeah,
context of how you be using it, because people don't really be like, don't really sit and like think about it and be like, okay, well, if I'm doing this, then it's kind of productive to the whole get up. You feel me?
hmm
Because if I'm prideful about what I do, but then I'm shaming you because you're not doing what I'm doing,
basically.
that's
I
division.
mean, even if you're not trying to purposely shame me, it's just like the it's like taking it to a deeper level. You know what I mean? If you're proud of something, that means somebody else should be shameful. Somebody else has to be shameful for you to be proud.
Right.
You know what I mean? That has you being proud automatically makes shame exist. Basically, we should just be like, I'm not saying I got all the answers. I'll never say that, but I know where we're at and what we're doing now. This shit ain't right. This
Hell
ain't how to
no.
live. This ain't it. This shit has gotten
No.
way out of control.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why? You wanna know how I know we're in a bad state? We're in a real bad state. When you have adults arguing with teenagers,
Yeah.
when you have adults you got grown ass men in their fifties and sixties and shit, damn near retired, fuck with teenagers in the pool, bro. This shit happened to me in front of me. I had to intervene and interject in this conversation because,
Grown ass man
like, bro,
arguing
look,
with
real shit, bro, real shit. This shit happened right here where I'm at. This shit happened right here. This shit happened right in here. This little nice ass little community. You feel me?
yeah.
Little racist motherfuckers be around here too. But I be putting down on their ass. I ain't, bro.
Where
One
in
thing
Florida
about
you
it,
at?
I'm in Palm Beach. I'm right off of Lantana.
I've never been that far south. All my kids are from Florida. I just had a new baby in Florida.
Yeah, but like, bro, I'm gonna tell you the situation. Okay, so I was at work. I was at work one day, right? So we got off early. It was the day after the top off party. You feel me? So we got off at like 2. Some told me to just go home. I don't normally go home. I normally go get my money, then go home. So I went home. I came right here. There's some jits in the pool. They with their girl. They chilling.
Yeah.
The vibes. Teenagers. They trying to have
Hell
fun.
yeah. Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I see three white dudes walk in the pool with a cooler. They walk directly towards the teenagers and start scrawning them like, "Oh, y'all live here? You know it's a one guest minimum." Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Big ass
whoop.
pool. Could have went anywhere else at the pool.
You feel me? Y'all go directly to them. You feel me?
Yeah.
So all right, I immediately interject. I say, "I live here. What's up? Oh, do you know them? Man, come on, bro. First off, I'm not finna deny nor confirm those accusations because I already confirmed that I live here. So
Yeah.
what else do we have to talk about?"
And what are you the fucking police asking me shit for anyway?
Right.
Like
Like,
if you
and then
don't
on
work
top of
here.
that, why are you talking to the kids for? What are you talking to them
Yeah.
about? You talking to them about bills and shit. They don't understand that shit. You need to talk to management. The
Yeah.
gate
Not to
open. I
mention,
don't know if y'all live here. The
why
fuck?
are three
What's up?
grown ass men? Why are three grown ass men walking up talking to teenagers they don't know in the first place?
Right. And then and I had to school the teenagers. I had to school the teenagers because I was like, bro, don't never let no adult talk to y'all. I don't care who it is, police officer or
Yeah.
not, nigga. They can't talk to you without an adult or a guardian present.
Yeah.
Period. That's against the law.
You got a problem?
I
Call my
say,
teacher.
I say next time y'all just call the police and be like, these white people over here harassing y'all. That's
Yeah.
harassment. They can't harass y'all.
And
Y'all
start
got rights.
filming.
Y'all gotta know y'all rights, man. Know y'all rights and execute y'all rights.
Start
But don't.
start filming that shit as soon as they start talking that shit. Make that call. Start filming.
I had two phones going. I had one phone recording and one phone calling the cops. And I showed the video. Like, yeah, y'all. Now, how you call the cops and leave? And I don't even play police games. I don't even talk to the police. I don't like the police. None of that. I had to talk to the police.
Yeah.
And I was smoking weed. I was talking to the police like, yo, man, look, hey, man, cuz, look, I just got on work.
Hell no.
Yeah, man, cuz, man, look, bro, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it, bro.
Yeah, I mean up here we're legal now, so shit. I haven't had to worry about that in a while. I forget how that is. The
But
last
it's
time I
like
was in Florida,
that
they
whole
definitely
that
took me
whole
over.
weekend, that whole weekend, I was on edge because it was like, bro, I it just brought back memories from when I was day age and you feel me, motherfuckers used to fuck with me and my cousins. But we knew the
Yeah.
law. So we was talking shit to their ass like, hey bro, what you say? I thought you can't, you feel me? You feel me? Like, and it ain't even no racist shit or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, you feel me? Like, who you talking to?
Yeah.
Who you
Especially
talking
when they
to?
take it there though. It's when
And
they
then
take
on
it
top
there.
of that, you gotta think about it. Like, people don't play about their kids nowadays, bro.
Yeah, I got this uncle, I cut him off like so all year I could have been making money, right? But I can't even ride with this dude because he's just a fucking racist, yo. Like bad. Like and his daughter has two mixed babies and he stays talking shit. Then he makes just dumbass comments like where do you come up with this shit? Like, oh, I just know some black guy would just kick my truck in the parking lot for no reason. Like, I don't know no black people that honestly would just walk up and start kicking some random ass truck. But yeah, I bet you I know 15 cracked out white dudes that would just walk through a parking lot kicking trucks for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, and like
To
the
be
stigma,
real,
go ahead.
no, I was finished.
And like the stigma that come behind certain demographics is wrong because I feel like you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, bro. Just because, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
most of these stereotypes ain't even right. That's the fucked
you
up
got
part about it.
poor, you
Most of these
got.
stereotypes ain't even right like that.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. What's the oldest trick in the book? You control the resources, you control the people.
Yeah. Look what Bill Gates is doing right now. He just bought up all the farmland.
And
All
yeah, but
like
he
he
doing
owns
that
like
shit. He doing
70% of
that
the
shit
world's
so
farmland.
he doing that shit so he can depopulate the earth.
He owns all. He owns all, any food getting sold. He owns 70% of the world farmland. I mean, not all the land, but farmland. 70% of it. That means 70% of the food you buy was he got paid on that shit in one way or another. Whether it's somebody working his land or somebody leasing his land or somebody growing some shit on his land for his whatever he's got going on, he's
Right.
getting paid. He's getting paid. And these guys got more money than they couldn't possibly spend it. They can't spend it.
Yeah,
It's
they can't spend it in 2 lifetimes,
in
bro.
2 lifetimes. Elon Musk could shoot off rockets every week and still he ain't spending all that money. Yeah,
Hold on
you
right
go
fast.
outside at
Somebody
night.
calling me, bro. Hold on. Yeah, man. I'm back.
Yeah. Fucking these rich people like Elon Musk. If you're outside at night tomorrow or tonight, look in the sky. Spend like 40 minutes looking up at the star. And I swear to you, you'll start seeing a star and you'll be staring at it and it's just sitting there. And then when you're watching that one move, all of a sudden you'll notice one moving in a different direction. And you can tell these ain't airplanes. These are way higher up and a different kind of lights. And I try to figure out. I'm not know if I'm looking at aliens. I'm seeing this shit day after day after day. They're like, so Elon Musk put up all these satellites that are like 100 times closer to the Earth than normal satellites. Yeah,
Mm.
crazy. Shit is fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
But like you were saying about even like dying for the people, I swear to you, I would gladly give my life. Like they could kill me. Let me kill Elon Musk, and then y'all can take me out. Like the very same, I hit him, y'all can kill me, and I'll do that for the people. Cause that man, he's destroying shit. Elon Musk is destroying shit.
Yeah, cause Elon Musk is behind that transhumanism shit.
Yeah, you seen what he did to the monkey?
Yeah, bro. Bro,
Where he
look,
put
that
that
shit
chip in his
crazy.
brain?
That shit crazy, bro.
That shit is crazy as fuck, man.
Like these people is really playing God. It's like we living in the Wizard of Oz in
Yeah,
real life.
yeah, for real.
In real life, and it's like, cause okay, I'm gonna give everybody the terminology that they need to go look up. If y'all think we ain't in the Wizard of Oz, go look up heart. weather modification. My G, yeah,
Yeah.
they've been doing this shit.
And I always, it's crazy that out of all of them you picked out Wizard of Oz, because I swear to you, always my go-to reference in life when it comes to the government. That's why I always say it don't matter what you vote, it don't matter what party is in office, none of that shit matters. What matters is the money that them people are being paid off. That's why they want to be in power, so they can be the ones getting paid off. Regardless, the same money in people's hands, same laws are going to get made, the same shit is going to get passed. It's already set up because it's all about the man behind the curtain. In the Wizard of
Right.
Oz, they got that man behind the curtain, and they think he's God. You know what I mean? The great and powerful Wizard of Oz until the dog pulls back the curtain, and what do you see? A frail old man pulling the strings, looking like some
The puppet master.
puppet master. Exactly, the fucking master manipulator. Yeah.
And that's all they do is they don't let no if it's a bad, good, or okay situation, they are going to capitalize, period.
Yeah,
They're going to capitalize,
definitely.
period. And their patience, they have patience of a motherfucking mustard seed. You feel me?
Because
They
they
got
ain't going nowhere.
they have everything set up around the world for them to wait a whole fucking decade or millennium for some shit to
Wh-
go down.
When
You feel
is
me?
the
'Cause
last time one of these politicians wrote their own speech? Like sat down and spoke their own words from their own heart. Not instead, what do they have 20 people sitting around a table writing speeches for them. They got a
Mhm.
team of people making sure that whoever target audience they're talking to today, you're gonna say this, and this. We did studies, and with older people of whatever, you know, whatever class or whatever, well, you're gonna wear this suit with that tie because we did some kind of fucking test study like we're fucking animals, like you're like testing your psyche and shit. And the same thing Google does, you know what I mean? It knows you better than you know you. It knows what you're gonna look
Mhm.
up tomorrow based on what you looked up yesterday.
Mhm.
Shit is ridiculous. But
Yeah,
I
that's
was
why I be
working.
trying to tell people like, man, you gotta get outside of the matrix, man. You feel me? And get
Yeah, I'm telling you,
outside. And,
I don't know if you know I'm serious, man. I just spent like the last few $100s I had. I bought all this camping shit. I swear to God, I'm walking off into the woods, man. I'm walking off into the woods. And like I'm just gonna walk for the rest of my life.
bruh,
Maybe
bruh,
walk down highways and pick up trash.
bruh. You wanna know some of the happiest people? Some of the happiest people are homeless people. You wanna know why?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Because they
They
been
live
they
life on their own
been woke
terms.
up. They been woke up and smelt the roses and realized what it was. Like
Yeah.
people be like, oh, ain't no way I'll be homeless. Ain't no way I'll be homeless. But look, at the end of the day, if everything else ain't working, shit, I'd rather be homeless than
But there's a
anything. Cause
difference.
at least I got my sanity.
There's a difference between being homeless and being a bum too. You know what I mean? Like there's homeless people that take care of themselves, and you know what I mean. Like, and then there's homeless people that just gave up 100%.
Right.
Like what you were saying earlier, like you were stuck as a vegetable or living in a
Mm,
fucking living in a box somewhere. You ain't really living. You know what I mean? So
right.
there, but you
Right.
could be homeless. It ain't even technically homeless. See they that's another one of them words they made up. That's not a real word. They used to have a word for that. It was called nomadic. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
nomadic. Yep, nomadic. And a nomad is basically a person that just roams.
just roams. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's what
just
I'm gonna
roams.
do.
You don't have a
That's what I'm
home.
gonna
Yo,
do,
the
yo.
earth is your home. You feel me? That's
Yeah.
really like your home. Your home is
They
Earth.
got
That's
people
what I'm
doing
gonna
that in
start
this
telling
country right
people.
now.
If a
Yo, it's a
person asks me
guy.
my address, I'm gonna be like, I live on Earth, nigga. Find me,
Yeah,
nigga. Fuck. Yeah, I
exactly.
live on Earth. Find
Exactly.
me.
That's why I say, like, I'm not an American citizen. I'm a world citizen. I'm a global citizen. Bro,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
what
citizens.
race
We're
are what race
citizens
are
of
you?
the
Human.
world.
What do you mean? What race are you? I'm human. What are you talking about? I thought a human race. That's what race I am. I'm human. Human
Right.
race.
It's no separation. It's no separation once you say you're a human race. You can't separate.
And they even they do everything extreme. They call it white and black. I seen a guy the other day. He's like, that's no such thing. He was like, no one is black or white. You know what I mean? It's just different shades of tan.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you talking? Like they just try and make it. You know what I mean? Like extreme and separatist and divided. That's the goal. And like I'm telling you, all that Fred Hampton shit. That's what he's speaking on. Like they want that. That's their way. You know what I mean? That's their oldest trick. We should have. If out of all their tricks, we should know that we should have been past that one. You know what I mean? Like we should be forcing them to come up with new tricks at least. Now they're getting bored.
Yeah,
But
they getting bored. They getting bored, but we're not making it any tougher for them. You feel me?
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. We're not making it
It's
no
like
tougher. We're
it's
falling for
like
the
we're
same
not
shit
making
we've
it
been falling.
any tougher for her because tougher for them because it's like we keep falling for the same bullshit each time. It's like okay, yeah, we get a good leader, and what happened? They infiltrate and break it down, and then we right back where we started. So it's like once we get to the point where we so solid with ourselves, to the point where we don't need no outside influences to influence us to be better. We could be better
Right.
by ourselves.
Yeah.
But see, the problem is everybody trying to be like everybody else.
You know, I'm telling you, you'll like that Thoreau civil disobedience. You'll like that shit. Yo. It's kind of
I'm
like
gonna
parts
I'm
of it are
I'm
hard to
I'm
read
gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I was looking for it. I just couldn't find it.
because
Yeah.
that shit is like it was written in like 1840 or some shit, and he's like basically, so he's like trying to speak on because at the time they were just starting talking about, oh, maybe we should not have slaves, maybe this ain't right, blah 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 blah, and he's like, why are we waiting? Like if we already know it's wrong, why aren't we changing it right now? Like you people sit here and talk about you got integrity. Why are we saying, oh, there might be a problem with this? We'll look into changing it. We'll slowly change. No, no. Like if you know it's wrong, you change it right now. Everyone, like even in your daily life, we all do little dumb shit. You know what I mean? Right? But the
Hmm.
key is once you acknowledge it, now you don't do it no more. Like
It just
so,
it go back to the engine analogy, right?
yeah,
Now, say
exactly.
say for say for instance, your timing belt go bad on your engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you realize you need a new timing belt. You're not gonna wait
Because you
a
had a
month.
sensor.
You're not gonna wait a month to replace that timing belt. You're gonna replace that timing belt as soon as
Exactly.
possible because you know you need your car, right?
Exactly.
So you gotta take the same
But it's the same problem
initiative.
with that big engine. It used to be simple. Like there wasn't all these bullshit things. But the more so you have the simple engine, you have the old like caveman days where everybody's just people. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's the most simplest form of tribalism or whatever you want to call it, nomads or even because before agriculture, everyone was basically a nomad. You had to be because you were always chasing food. So,
Right.
but if you that's like the simplest engine. And then, well, we want to have a town where we're going to grow food. Okay, well, now there has to be rules. Now you start building the engine. Oh, it's just like building the engine. Okay, I now I can get from point A to point B, but I want power steering. I want ABS brakes. Oh, I want
Hmm.
a sensor that's going to tell me when a part is breaking. But see, what
Right.
we do, but we fuck up with our government. Okay, the sensor goes bad. There's something telling you, whoa, this ain't right. You guys are fucking up somewhere in the process. Instead of, just like we do with our cars, instead of searching deeper and saying, well, what made the sensor go bad? We just changed the fucking sensor.
Right.
And then what do you have? Okay, the sensor goes bad again. Why? Because you didn't fix the fucking problem. You ain't fixed
Right.
no problem.
You got a new
Same
spokesperson. You got a
thing.
new spokesperson or face for the whatever. But it's not really getting to the root of the cause of the problem. You feel me?
Exactly. You ain't fixing the problem. You're putting band-aids on band-aids. You ain't even changing the band-aid. You're
Yeah,
just
it's
stabbing
like
the
putting band-aids. It's like putting band-aids on bullet wounds. Nigga, you ain't gonna get
yeah,
better.
you're not gonna get better. You're not gonna. You definitely will have an infection. You're gonna lose that arm.
Gangrene, all that shit, bro.
Definitely gangrene. See, now I feel like the gangrene in society at this point has gotten so bad. We got blood poisoning. Like it's bad.
Yeah, yeah, and it's on both sides. It's on both
Mm-hmm.
sides, and then like I had been came to the conclusion like in order for society to really like prosper and get back to the way it used to be, a lot of people is gonna have to die, and I know
Yeah.
a lot of people don't want to agree with this and be like, well, oh, how come we all can't just get along? Nah, nigga, nah, somebody gotta
Yeah.
die. Somebody gotta die, bro.
Something.
With
Yeah.
every motherfucking revolution, somebody
Every
had to die.
revolution.
So with this revolution,
And not
somebody
just
gotta
one
die.
motherfucker. It's a lot of people. And then that's true. Like first of
Somebody
all,
gotta go because
there's two big reasons for that. One of them, I'll say this quote from Ben Franklin, and you can look it up as a quote from Ben Franklin. While he was writing out the Constitution, he said this shit. He said, "This government," he said, "all governments get stale and corrupt. They get families that get into power, and right from the beginning, we had two different Adams presidents within the first like four presidents. So there already was
mm,
corruption right from the, and Kennedys and Bushes and Clinton. Like you just get
mhm,
families that get power, and then you get rich people that have invested so much money that they're personally invested in the country in a financial level. So like it takes
right,
things to a different level. So he said when he was writing that shit out that there had to be a full revolution every 200, 250 years.
right,
Or he said every 200 years, and we're 50 years past that.
right,
So like we're 50 years past when the guy that set up our government said you have to have a revolution every 200 years. He said that when the founding father said every 200 years you need a revolution. He said that, but
yeah,
we ain't doing it.
because if we don't have a revolution, what's going to keep the balance?
Exactly. That's what
What's
he
going to
said.
keep the balance?
You got to take the rich man out of power and let the poor man back in. Or this system, that's what it was. It was a system set up by poor men. You know what I mean? Like England sent their poorest people that they give a fuck if they died or got,
Yeah,
whatever when they
it was for the common man. It was for the common man, so the common man could have some type of a say in
yeah, the
what's
common
going
man got
on
over here
in
and
his
said,
life.
fuck the king.
Ain't no,
But
yeah, it was no king, no monarchy, no none of that. It
yeah.
was we the people,
hmm
and they went
And he
from we
said
the people to they the people.
you gotta put
So
the
now
hands
it's like
on
now we
power of
got
the
to
people.
get back to we.
Exactly. Exactly. But on some real shit though, this country when they set that shit up, it was 13 colonies, which is a
Hmm.
doable number, even though it's still a lot. It's a doable number on one coast. There is no way to do this. This country is too big because you can't set up people in the where I'm from in New York. Like they don't have the same problem as maybe somebody in Cali, and neither one of us got the same problem as somebody in Florida. So
Right,
we all have different needs for our different climates. We have different. They got
right.
earthquakes. We got blizzards. Y'all got hurricanes. You know what I mean? The Midwest got tornadoes. Like everybody has different needs, different
Right.
everything. So then you can't say, well, your city only needs this and this, but we're going to have an emergency fund for if you have a hurricane, and that city needs salt every year, so they're going to get this much money. And then you're like, what the fuck? I ain't getting that much money. Then you're like, well, maybe you might have a hurricane, but what if I don't? Like, you know what I mean? It just gets, and then it gets to the point where when you work for like any of these city things, they at the end of the year they purposely spend as much money as they can because if they spend less, they get a lower budget next year.
Right.
So they
Yeah, they
purposely
got it.
overspend.
They gotta make sure all that shit gets spent.
Yeah, so at the end they're just blowing money, even though they don't need to.
Yeah,
And then
it's just money
you're really
just because I can have it. You feel me?
right, and then it didn't don't make no sense because in reality you're the taxpayer too, so you're fucking yourself over to look out for yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like yeah, you had to cut the finger off for the gangrene, but you didn't need to cut two fingers off, but you did it anyways. Like it
Right.
don't make no sense.
You just cut off your whole hand.
Cut off the whole
You
hand
feel
when you could
me?
have got
Cut
away
off
with a
your whole
finger.
hand and you just had to cut off a thumb or something. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
And now you in jeopardy of bleeding out.
yeah, for real. Shit is ridiculous. We don't ev- nowadays, especially the young generation, like they're all about that YOLO. Like it's all about that for them. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah, you only
they just
live once, but shit.
and they want to
But
live
you
it
only get
fast
one time. You
and
only get
big and
one
hard.
time to get it
They
right. You
always
only get one time to get it right. And if you don't get it right
right.
that one time, if you get another chance, then do better to do better. You feel me? But don't do worse to do worse.
Yeah, but I feel like their mentality is they would rather ball out for 3 summers and die before they're 25 than slowly, gradually make it one day. You know what I mean? Like they'd
Yeah.
rather go big
It's
and
that instant gratification done fucked
yeah,
up a lot of people,
Yo, I
bro.
swear, dude, man. See,
That
that's what I'm
instant
saying. Like,
gratification done fucked up a lot of
yeah,
people, bro.
I don't know how in the fuck like you talk on all my same speaking points, every single one of my speaking points. I talk about instant gratification all the time. That's the biggest problem. Any like even drinking, like the way drugs are in this country. In Bolivia, I know people in Bolivia, right? They they're
Mm.
from Bolivia. They live in Tampa, but they said babies, like when a baby is teething or a little kid has a stomach ache or something like that, they'll just rub coca leaves on their gums. It's not the same as snorting processed cocaine. You know what I mean? Like, so then our country is all integrated. I don't know. I need pure processed. Other countries, they drink wine. They have a couple glasses of wine. They have a nice night. Here, no, it's all about drinking a bottle of the strongest shit you can get your hands on. I'm trying to get fucked up
Right.
in the first 10 minutes.
It's about being
Like I want to,
excessive. It's about being excessive, my
yeah,
boy.
it's all
You feel
expensive, and
me?
that instant gratification.
Everything,
Everything is instant gratification.
yeah, instant gratification, and then it's keeping up with the Joneses. It's little they did that. I gotta go up one. I gotta go up one. You feel me?
And they, and they,
I gotta go get the 2020 Bentley
yeah,
with the four Giottos. Like
I could say some people were like that in my day because you had the phrase "scared money don't make no money." You know what I mean? And they're just worried about instant gratification and getting the most and doing the, I get it, but nowadays it's different. It's way
but
more,
it's
way
so
more.
cutthroat because it's like
Cause yeah,
with
they
the
don't get.
With that Rigo act, bro. A
Mhm.
lot of niggas
Look
is
at the
scared to even be in a crowd together.
yeah, because all you got to do is talk about some shit. All you got to do is talk
Like
about some shit.
that Rico got motherfuckers scared out here, bro.
Conspiracy, conspiracy is basically anything. They can say anything is conspiracy.
Yeah,
Oh,
they could be like, oh yeah, you're trying to
by the way,
manufacture.
yeah,
They could be like, oh, you're trying to manufacture this or you trying to manufacture that. and they don't even gotta have no proof. They can legally lie on you and everything in
Yeah,
court.
they
You
could say
feel
you
me?
were on the dark web, and you're like, no, I wasn't, and they're like, yeah, you had some kind of scanner that was blocking us, but we know it was
Right.
you.
You feel me?
You're
You
like,
had
no, it wasn't. And they're like,
a
yeah, it
proxy
was.
server that link.
Yeah,
You feel me? Yeah, man. Like, come on. I already know.
and you're like, I don't
I
even
know how
got
they
that.
rock. I know
Yeah,
how they rock. So you feel me? Like
yeah,
that's why I say it's sketchy. And then when it come to that internet shit, like just like you just said, the dark web. If they wanted to stop half of the shit that was going on, they'll just shut down the dark web and just go ahead and arrest everybody that's on the dark web. But being
yeah.
that they want it going on so bad, they allow it to go on.
That's why I don't fuck with technology. I don't got none of the social media. This is my whole social media right here. I fuck with YouTube, and that's it. I don't got none of that other shit. I don't want it. I don't need it. I'm good. I'm old fashioned. I go. I don't even like I fuck with the labor shit, like labor finders and shit, like, cause I stay on the move. So like
Yeah, labor fighters, labor for hire,
I'll
all
do
that. Yeah,
that shit.
I know.
Nowadays they got it all on the app. I'm like, man, I'm not with all that computer shit. Like I need to come in the morning and sign a sheet or something. Like I'm old school. I'm
Yeah,
90s
now
vibe.
everything remote. Everything remote. They sending you job to
Yeah,
your phone, all type of shit.
yeah, that shit's
So
crazy.
it's
Like,
really a digital age. You feel me? Like
you been outside of Florida?
you say what?
You been outside of Florida?
Yeah, I've been outside of Florida. I've been in Maryland. I've been outside the country. I've been in Jamaica. I've been to Bahamas. I've been to the UK.
That's
I've
what's
been to
up. I was supposed to
Tokyo.
go to
You
the
feel
UK a
me?
few years ago. I never went. I only been to Canada, but I've been around this country. I've been in almost every single fucking state. Like probably like 44 states or something I've been to. And like the fucking I mean some places like Florida I can't live down there. It's they don't pay you enough. Like and it's too fucking high. Yeah. But
It's
they
not even
definitely don't
about it, bro.
they
It's
don't
like,
pay
bro,
you enough.
living down here is like living in two different Americas.
Man, I've lived down there. I've lived down there a lot.
It's feel like
But I
living
mean
in two different
not where you're
Americas,
at
boy.
in
Cause
the Tampa area,
you go
St.
on the
Pete.
other side, like around Flagler, the Intercoastal, Singular Island, then the ocean. Yeah, all that's millionaires. You feel me? They run that shit over there. So that's a different tax bracket. So like from a certain time to a certain time, you can't make noise over there.
That's crazy.
I think it's from like 4:30 from like from three now from 7 o'clock in the morning to like 3:30 or 4:30, 4:30 at the latest. You cannot be making any kind of noise
And
like
you
far as
near like
construction.
Coco?
You say what?
You near like Coco and shit?
No, it's not Coco. This down here in Palm Beach.
I'm saying, how far is that from Coco? That's as far as I've been on that side.
Singular Island it's probably like 2-3 hours from there because
Like
Singular
Merritt
Island's right
Island.
here. It's like right here, like it's on the other side of Dixie. Cause you got Flagler, then you got the intercoastal. The intercoastal is like the water in between the land that's in between the land between the ocean.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I spent a lot of time in like I spent time in Cocoa Beach, Merritt Island,
And then
Daytona.
you wanna know some fucked up shit about Singular Island?
What's that?
All that shit used to be black owned. They stole that shit back in the day.
Like you mean like Geechee?
Yeah, like bro, yeah, like Geechee, bro. Like it was black
Yeah,
owned. All that shit was black.
yeah,
All them properties over there that was black owned. What they did
yeah.
was back in the day they had a fight. They was fighting between the blacks and the whites. So what they did was they put the drawbridge up and burnt all their houses down and made them watch.
Florida's crazy. I will say like
Like
Out of all the states I've been to, probably Florida is the most racist state.
it's a lot of racist shit that went on in Florida that they don't want to
Low
come
key
out.
racist.
They don't want
it's
to come out.
it's like low key racist. Like,
Yeah, it's low key racist because it's like
yeah,
it's like they're subtle. They're subtle with their racism. Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel me? They're subtle with their racism. They'll they'll smile in your face and not like you. You feel me? Hate your guts.
Mhm.
Do business with you.
Yeah, yeah, because
Pay
it's all
you
about
and then
business.
talk shit about you as soon as you get off.
Yep, that's
And then the
fact.
shit gonna come back to you, and then you're gonna be like, damn, I thought this nigga fuck with me. Ooh. Nah, that ain't even the case. They just using
Especially
you
if you get
like
out
a
into the
tool.
middle of the state where it's all like the oh my god,
Oh yeah, I've been to Orlando. That shit
like
crazy.
Lakeland.
Lakeland, Orlando,
I
Tampa.
got arrested in Lakeland. All my kids are from Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, I got a cousin up there. I got cousins up there in
I
Tampa.
lived I lived in St. Pete for probably off and on for like 5 years. I lived in Tampa off and on for like 5 years. I lived in every different part of Tampa too, all the way from like South Tampa, like Bradenton,
I
Riverview.
used to be in the Nona Sasa like every
I
weekend.
lived, yeah, I lived in Sonoma. I got arrested kind of out
I
that
ain't
way.
gonna lie, I missed that little community. That was a nice little community right there, boy.
It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's quiet. It's just
Hell
I
yeah, it's
can't be out
quiet.
there, man.
It's
It's
quiet.
too
You feel
hot.
me? Motherfuckers got their chickens and goats and shit. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like
I mean, I
motherfucker was
like that
living off
part
the
of it.
land.
I like that part of it, but I cannot get over the heat, man. I'm not built for heat. So like
Yeah, man. This heat serious, man. Like
that shit is too much for me. I can even go out in the desert where it's hotter technically, but that humidity kills me, man. That shit'll that
yeah,
shit have me fucked up.
it's the humidity. Cause that shit there, like if you ain't got no wind, boy, your ass gonna feel it. That dry heat.
Oh
Ooh,
man. And I
ooh.
was I was up in like Newport Richie a couple years ago. Oh, this was horrible. Horrible. That's probably the worst place I ever. Nah, Polk County was probably worse.
Yeah, yeah, I say Polk County. Polk County. That shit there, but they'll hang your ass up that bitch.
I went to jail out there with that dude, that fucking stupid sheriff. Yeah, I went to jail out there. That shit was horrible. And then I had to walk back to fucking St. Pete from there. That shit was horrible.
Yeah. Florida one of them states where like if you get in the judicial system, they gonna swap your ass out.
Yeah. If
They
you
gonna
even
swap
go to
you out with
Florida,
somebody.
every
They
time I
got
go there, even for a weekend, I get stuck there for like a year and a half. Every time. I'm like, how the fuck does this happen? Like, just be one thing after another, even
you
just a
ever
ticket
you ever
or,
heard that saying? You ever heard that
yeah,
saying?
come on
Come
vacation.
on vacation, leave on probation.
You're right,
That shit real.
I
Yeah.
for sure.
That shit real out here, boy.
It really is. It really is. It really is. That shit is
That
ridiculous.
ain't
And the
just no
fucked up thing,
saying, but y'all come out here on vacation, y'all better walk light.
yeah, out here, pretty much most people get away with shit. Like the court system ain't even gonna fuck you like that. Like they want to play you. So what it is I don't know about right now. They ain't even arresting people. They'll just like on a straight up D violent felony, which it's not a high felony, but it's a felony, and they're not even gonna. That's like it's like a 7 year bid. You know what I mean? You probably have to do six of that or something around there, five and some change. But they're not even taking you to jail. They're not even like they'll take you in and book you and give you an appearance ticket and walk you out. And then before that, when I was coming up, like so it was a privately owned jail by like people in the community. So basically what they did, so they had an old bullshit jail. They invested some money and built some of the nice pods, but then they called it a federal holding center for people that were from other counties that had federal cases because we're right on the border of Canada. got a lot of fed cases coming through or in the counties surrounding us. So they
Mm,
became a holding center. Well, now the people realized that invested. I mean, they probably realized before they did it. That's why they invested in it. But they realized that they want to keep the jail full. So they know if they sentence you and you're going upstate to prison, that you're only going to be in their facility for maybe probably a couple weeks because you're just waiting for the bus to come around and then you're gone. So
right.
what they would do is it a kid from my town, like he raps and shit. He said they didn't hang us from trees out here. He said they gave us enough rope to hang ourselves. Because what they'll do is they'll give you a felony, but they'll reduce it to an A misdemeanor, or they'll have you sentenced to the felony, and then what they'll do is they'll put you in drug court for like 4 years, to where it's a 6 month program. But if you have police contact, dirty urine, anything like this, and they're putting people in for a robbery with a pistol, all drug court, because he said I was high when I did that. I don't even smoke though. Like I know this guy, he don't even fuck around. You know what I mean? Like, but if you said you were high or drunk, they put you on this drug court shit. So fucking
Mm,
we're on a 6 month program for 4 years. Why? Because that means every time you fuck up, they put you in the county for 1 week, and then they reinstate you in the program. So now you keep on the program for it. And people that were supposed to go to prison for like maybe, I mean, people felt blessed when it was first happening because you don't realize the repercussions later. But they're letting you get off on 4, 5, 6 felonies and then beating you in the fucking head at the end of it. You know what I mean? Like, so they'll,
yeah, because you ain't gonna, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you ain't gonna never be done with them folks, bro.
yeah,
Especially
exactly. Because
down
what
here,
they do,
especially
because
down here, because they be trying to scratch shit.
yeah,
Even with my little shit that I had got last year, and only reason why I beat it because they didn't read me my Miranda rights. You feel me?
hell yeah,
And I kept that shit silent as fuck, bro. You
yeah,
feel
and
me?
just
Like, bro, look, most motherfuckers be like, you ain't read me my Miranda rights. No, I ain't say shit.
yeah,
I was like, don't read me my shit.
yeah. Don't read
That's
me
my
my
get out of
shit.
jail free card right there. I ain't telling y'all that shit. I ain't finna remind you to do your job.
Yeah, the
So
fucking.
that's how I beat it. But
I,
even when I beat it, I still had to pay the courts.
I got blessed on mine.
Supervised release. Like, nigga, the fuck?
I
I
take
was
mine
so
as a
happy when they
blessing.
threw that shit out, bro. I ain't even pay the SOB.
Like they
I ain't
took
even
my
pay
shit
the
out.
SOB. They got me fucked up. I ain't paying their ass shit. It was a wrongful conviction, wrongful arrest. So
Yeah.
therefore, I ain't paying y'all ass shit. And if y'all want to go to take it to trial, we can take it to trial. Cause I don't care.
Cause if they didn't read you your rights, it's an automatic overturn. Even if they
Yeah,
do,
it's all
you
yeah,
know what I
and
mean?
it already got thrown out. So what is we talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
What is we talking about? Like that's the thing. Like I'm so I'm so smart to the point where I'm stupid. I play stupid.
That's what you're supposed to do, man.
I play stupid, bro. Like you're not supposed to let your enemy know what you know if they trying to trap you. You feel me? Like
Yeah, it's like an old Pimp C shit.
less
He
is
said,
more and more is less. So I say less to do more.
yeah, I
Soon as the
make them
police
think
come
I'm
on the
dumb.
scene, I'm shutting up. First quarter, I'm pulling out my ID, run my shit. I ain't gotta answer nothing. I don't. I
Yeah,
don't even have to say hi. If I don't want to speak, I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say can and will be used against me in the court of law. I know that. So
yeah.
let me not say
Right.
nothing that will incriminate myself. That way,
Yeah,
come on now, it's chestnut checkers, man. They just like, and then like I see people with open containers and shit, like out in public, like at the bus stop drinking and shit, and then like the police arrive by, and then they start acting all antsy and shit, like oh the police, like bro,
yeah. Hell.
bro, first off, They do that to get the response from you to see if you are doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
If you don't let them know that you're not doing nothing you're not supposed to be doing, how will they know?
We used to buck on them on purpose when we weren't doing nothing.
You say
If we
what?
if everybody was like good, nobody had nothing on them, we'll buck on them on purpose. As soon as they walk by, we'll just take the fuck off running and have them chase us for no reason.
Right.
It's like, why'd you run? Like, I was just scared of police.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Right.
is it illegal to run? I didn't know it was illegal to run. You know what I mean?
It depend. It depend. It depend on what type of day the police officer having.
Yeah. I mean,
What's up, man?
they definitely fucked a couple of us up a couple times for doing it, but we kept doing it and it was fun. And they're not gonna catch all of us if five of us go in different directions. There's
See, that's the
one or
thing, though,
two cars
motherfucker.
at the
See,
most.
people ain't smart. They like, oh, we gonna run together. We need to stay together. Nah, nigga, what y'all
Uh,
need to do is go and part ways and meet up somewhere
yeah,
else. Go
exactly.
ahead and scatter like roaches. You know how roaches
Yeah.
do when the lights turn on? Goddamn me, you feel me? Turn turn that shit off, my G. You feel me?
Because
Oh, you
even if
in
one
Florida with it?
person runs, if one person runs, the cop is automatically gonna think he's either dirty, he's got a warrant, there's something's why he's gonna chase him. But then you just left
Mm-hmm.
everybody else to stroll away like that shit never happened, yo. Like
Hell
they
no.
like to play this shit off.
That's why. That's why if you gonna ever run, y'all don't stay together. Y'all motherfuckers part ways and goddamn me,
Yeah,
and y'all meet
yeah,
wherever the fuck y'all meet at. But y'all gotta have that shit planned. And I'm not
yeah.
condoning nobody running from the police and
And
nothing like
this
that.
was
I'm
like the
I'm just
'90s
saying, if you gotta
before
do what you
cell
gotta
phones and
do, do
shit.
what you gotta do.
This was before cell phones. It was like pagers were just coming out. I mean, pagers were out, but they were just like
Yeah, they
the
just had
thing.
hit the market.
Yeah, like I mean, they were like just got big. Like everybody started getting them.
Mm.
I liked it better. I liked pagers better than phones, honestly. Like
Yeah, because
phone
y'all
is
had
cool for
codes.
this shit, but I like
Because
the
y'all had
phone because I
codes.
could play music.
Y'all had y'all codes that
Hell
y'all
yeah.
knew. You feel me?
Yo,
Now everything
there was a
is
one eight
out in the
hundred
open.
number. You could go to any payphone and dial 1-800 SkyTel, and I think the code was like 999 or star 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 or something like that, and it would automatically give you a free call.
Hmm.
That shit, man, it was the good days.
Yeah, back when motherfuckers was holding water.
Yeah, but at the same time, like shit was still fucked up, and basically, I feel like my generation is kind of responsible. Anything that I complain about with the new generation, my generation is responsible for that because that's what
Mm.
you reap what you sow. You know what I mean? So if we went too hard, you know what I mean, then either the generation after us will be harder than us, or say, hey, you guys went too hard, we're gonna ease up. You know what I mean? But either way, it's gonna everything you do has a cause and effect. You know what I mean? Like every action has a reaction. So there's a variable in everything. So or if too many dudes went too hard and all went to prison, or you got a group of young men growing up without fathers. And then on top of it, the government playing their games and using prison as a fucking basically a slavery system and a fucking and a business to keep the economy flowing. Like, how in the fuck do we have less people than most of these other big countries like Russia, China, India, and I was going to get to another thing, but we got more people, we got less people than those other places, but we have more people in prison than all those other places put together. How is that possible? You know how it's possible? Because right now we got a fucking our country is like we talked about, it's 250 years old. Most of these other countries in the world are 2,000 years old, 15,000 or 1,500 years old. You know what I mean? 1,000 years old. So basically, you got a 2-year old telling a 20-year-old or a 15-year-old that it's time to go to bed. It's make me something to eat, like punking. And really, we punk these countries that are 10 and 15 times our age. That doesn't even make fucking sense. Shit does not make fucking sense at all. Shit does not make sense at
Yeah,
all.
I can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah,
Dan, you didn't hear what I said?
you was
So
breaking up.
basically,
Can you repeat that
basically
whole statement?
look at it like this. Like if our country's only 250 years old, right? And the rest of the world like 2,000 years old, 1,500 years old. All these other countries are like 1,000 years old plus. Greece, Italy, France, England, China,
Right.
India. Some of these countries are like 10,000 years old. You know what I mean? Like India's an old country. China's an old country. They've been through the shit. You know what I mean? Like fuck. Like Japan is a small country, and they tried to attack China, which is a country 10 times their size.
Mhm.
Like these countries have been through some shit. Our country's 200 years old. We never been through fuck yet. We think we
Mhm.
have. And it's like that with anybody. You always think your struggle is harder than the next person's struggle. You always feel that way. It's just like human perception. Like you can't ever be in somebody else's shoes truly. So how could you ever be in their shoes? You just can try your best to put yourself there. You know what I mean? So
Right.
like
Most
we
definitely.
we think we've had it bad. Oh, we've had some wars and oh, the bad shit we've done is the massacring we've done, just killing innocent people for no reason because they're different or because it fits our narrative for the moment, and then wipe it under the fucking rug. And that's the same shit the Romans did, and we completely all our money has Latin on it. Like we still call it the Senate. Like everything is set as the Romans.
Right.
Like the Romans collapsed and eventually turned into we're like neo Romans is basically what we are. And that shit lasted like 300 years, 500 years before it completely fell apart. And it was falling. It was like fucked up for like the
Yeah,
last 200 years of
I
that.
agree. I
So
agree
like
with you. I agree with you 100%.
this shit is fucked up. And just like you said, like
I
they
definitely
literally
agree
went
with you
around
100%.
they went around Europe just like you were saying earlier, and they were the victor. And once they killed your people, they would rewrite your history. They would burn all your history books, scrub the etchings you had on walls out, and rewrite it in your own language and make you out to be an asshole. Like they were the worst for that. They were the worst for that shit.
What's good, Nova?
Yeah. But I was saying what I was saying about the about only being like 200 some years old, like that being true, and the rest of these countries being 2, 3, 4,000 years old. That's like a 2-year old telling you when it's time to go to bed, time to when it's time to take a shower. You know what I mean? Like We're a 2-year-old, a 200-year-old country telling countries that have been around for fucking thousands of years. We tell them what to do like it's our business. We tell them when they're allowed to have wars with each other like it's our business. Like, bitch, you just got here. Your country hasn't even been around 500 years, and you're telling us what to do. Like that shit don't even make no sense.
Yeah,
That shit don't.
yeah.
Make
That's like the new kid. That's like the new kid on the block trying to call shots and shit. You feel me?
Yeah, just walking up
No, you
like,
ain't got
okay,
no
from
rank.
now on we
No,
do
you
it
ain't
this
got
way.
no rank.
Yeah, and you're in like kindergarten, and we're in like high school. You know what I mean? Like the new
Yeah,
kindergartner
we done
is
graduated.
a
We got
high
our
school kid.
diplomas and all. You feel me? But you over here trying to change the status
Mhm.
quo. You feel me?
Yeah,
From what it's supposed to be or what we want it to be,
yeah. And
opposed to what you want it to be.
all we do is turn that into to yeah, and it's like a disease. So this is how I look at it, and it started in Rome, right? I don't know what it is. I don't like. I can go into deep like philosophical like other shit that I, you know what I mean? Like there's some kind of defect that happened in Rome that after that, everywhere they went, everywhere they spread their way. Think about every one of the cultures in the ancient world, and you can go from ancient Japan, where a samurai would kill himself if he dishonored himself or his family. Um, you could go to ancient Africa, where they would only have certain tribe only had 23 members because they were a nomadic tribe, and they couldn't have too many people to where they uh, ate too much of, they would have to kill two animals to feed everybody, and they're not going to eat two, then they're just going to waste one. You know what I mean? Like they had a system. They was honorable, beautiful people that like they used every bone. You know what I mean? Like everything had a purpose. You could go to the Native Americans, same thing. Like they would plant things in a certain way so that it didn't affect the environment badly. You know what I mean? If anything, they helped shit along. Like you said, we're the keepers of the universe. And something happened in ancient Rome. I don't know if it what the fuck happened there, but all of a sudden, like this thing traveled and it made its way up to like England even. The Celts were the same way. That's where winter and summer solstice and like believing in the environment and like all positive, beautiful civilizations that were all co-inhabitants on this earth together with no problem until Rome popped up. I mean, there was wars, people beefed, but it wasn't like mass slaughter for no reason. And then what came with it, like the greed, the instant gratification, like you were saying, is a big one. Like that shit spread. Like geishas were like a beautiful thing. Now they're looked at like a hooker. Like we just make everything just like deviant. You know what I mean? We've deviated everything. I don't know the right way to say that.
We deviated.
But like we've made it deviant. We corrupt everything. You know what I mean?
We
Like
we
like
demon we demonized everything, bro.
we do, and we've
We
spread it
demonized we
everywhere we
demonized
went.
everything and everything that's
We
supposed to
turned it
be
into
good.
greed and corruption. Everywhere the Romans went, or whatever came out of Italy, and the Romans, wherever the Romans went, they just spread something like
I mean,
that.
but you gotta, but I mean, if we're gonna talk about the Romans, we gotta talk about the Romans, cause what was the Romans practicing? That homosexuality shit, bro. That's why they
Yeah,
fell.
that too.
Let's keep
That
it
too.
real, bro.
I
The
mean,
Romans,
everything they were doing, like Caligula, like it was just like feeding off of people, like misery, like and you could be a free man today, and somebody just grab you by the arm and say you're my slave now.
right?
You know what I mean? Like I was just doing business in the middle of town circle. You know what I mean? Like this shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. And they just spread greed and corruption and yeah, definite deviance, fucking being on some homo shit. Like
Yeah, it's plenty.
we
It's a
the best
lot of.
word, the best word I guess would be to say we perverted it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Honestly,
we perverted all of they perverted all of the cultures
dude, like the one that kills
around the
me,
world so that everybody would be in the same boat with them. With
right?
the ones that made their choices to go with the fallen and all that stuff, because we gotta understand, it's not just the physical battle we're fighting. We also fighting against spirits and princes in high places. You feel me?
Yeah,
So once you understand the spiritual aspect behind it, you feel me? And but you can't just be all spiritual. You gotta be spiritual and physical, and balance it out. You feel me?
yeah,
See,
I do.
the thing is, you got so many people they just supernatural and they're not natural. It's like, no, you gotta be supernatural and you gotta be natural at the same time, but you gotta have balance with it. If you ain't gonna balance it out, you
Yeah,
feel
it's
me?
funny you say that. So
Then
my whole plan with walking on this walk, like I'm gonna like telling you, I'm gonna pick up mad garbage. Like I'm gonna walk around, and anytime where, cause like a lot of it is trail, but a lot of it is walking on the side of the highway, right? And I did it before where I would walk like states and states, and like just on the side of the highway, and people just mad trash. So like I'm gonna go around picking up trash. So I was gonna document all this shit, like and like document all the animals and shit I see on the trail, like. And I just set up like a channel, like I just set up like the name for it and shit, and it's fucking high cube. That's like well balanced, like well rounded. You know what I mean? Like you have to live a well rounded life. You know what I mean?
mm,
You have to, bro. It has to be a solid sphere. Like it has to be, man. Like balanced, perfectly balanced, harmonized.
yeah, man. All we gotta do is just get back in harmony with the way things supposed to be, and
Right,
everything
but
else will
nobody's
work
gonna
out.
do that. Nobody's
Everything
gonna
else
do
will work
that.
out. So
Nobody's
like
gonna do that on the strength of that means giving up being
everything.
comfortable.
Yeah, you gotta give it. I mean, like, bro, I'm so used to being uncomfortable right now to the point where I'm used to being uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I don't if I'm comfortable,
But
I start
that goes
feeling uncomfortable.
that goes into like what we were talking about earlier, where I was like, I beat myself up more than anybody else could have ever dreamed to do. You know what I mean? Like as much as people try me, as much as I feel disrespected or this or that, like I beat myself up worse than anybody else could do. So when I'm saying that, like that, and what were you just saying? Because it goes right with it.
No, I was about to say we got to get back in the harmony of things. You feel me? Because all
Damn,
this
I forgot what I was
abnormal
gonna say.
stuff going on is abnormal. First off, you feel me? Like we so busy worrying about keeping up with the Kardashians, but we don't even understand the Kardashians are witches. You feel me? Like you want to
Oh,
be a sorcerer? You feel me? You want to be a sorcerer? Come on, man.
that's what I
Let's
was
be
saying.
real.
Like all that
Who is
beating
Alistair
ourselves up.
Crowley? Who is
And,
Alistair Crowley?
oh
Did
yeah,
did he did
Alistair
he go to
Crowley was on some
Hogwarts?
crazy
Did
shit.
he go to Hogwarts? Nah, but he was a what? He was a wizard,
He was
right?
a
Okay, then my
yeah.
point
I was
exactly.
just telling somebody about that dude not too long ago.
and and
He was
and Alistair
borderline devil
Crowley and
worshiper.
Alistair
Like
Crowley is Bush Bush wife motherfucking daddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh
He was
God,
he
bro.
was a he was
The
like a borderline
George
Satanist.
George Herbert George Herbert Walker Bush, his wife
That's
Nancy
crazy.
Bush, her dad is Aleister Crowley.
That's
Look it
crazy.
up, bro.
I
Facts,
believe. I believe. That's
facts,
crazy. And he
facts.
was
Y'all
like
want to talk about
borderline
facts?
devil
Y'all want to
worshiper.
talk about facts on YouTube? Them facts right there. A whole
That,
motherfucking musician.
that's crazy. Yeah, cause dude was like borderline devil worshiper. Like,
Yeah, he was a devil worshiper. Shit,
yeah.
that was, you feel me? And then, all right,
But he
now,
was low key with it. Like he was letting you know, but not letting you know like
yeah, he was.
specifics. But he was letting you know. But yeah, he was on that shit. I was just talking to him about him to somebody.
Hey, bro,
Yeah,
and you want to know another thing? All right, you remember Jay Z? You remember Jay Z had that shirt say do as thou wilt," right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know
I know
whose
what that
quote?
means.
You know whose quote that is?
Yeah, I know whose quote that is.
I'm not sure if a lot of people know though. That's Aleister Crowley's quote that Jay Z was putting on his shirt.
That's out of like the Satanist Bible. That's like this one of the Satanist core beliefs. It's like the
And
Satanist
that's
Ten
one of their
Commandments.
commandments. That's
Yeah,
one of
that's what I
their
was saying.
commandments. Do
That's like
as
their Ten
thou
Commandments.
wilt. That means
Yeah,
thy will be done. Nobody is more important than your will. That's what that is. It's creating yourself into a demigod or some shit. You feel me?
me, I'm like a omnius. Like I believe like every single one of them cultures has bits of truth, beautiful morals. Like it don't matter. Like they all have something to offer you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everything got is truth and lies. You just gotta read between the lines and figure
Exactly.
out the lies that's
And it's
in the
easy. It's
line.
really it's way easier. It's way easier than most people think. What all you do is you read a page and you take out all the shit that like people would put in to like try and convince somebody of some shit, and you just take the important pieces out. You know what I mean? It's like highlighting. Like
Yeah, and dissect and pick and choose what you want
yeah,
and leave all
and
the other
and
shit.
every single one like Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, they all have gems. I don't subscribe to any one because who am I to say which one is right? You're telling me that one is right and all the rest of them are wrong? No,
Yeah.
they're all right. They're all right in their own right.
Yeah, they all have to be right because we all don't have all the answers.
Yeah,
So if we all don't have all the answers, why don't we come together as a collective and piece this shit together?
that's what I'm saying, and that's why I sound like
So
I'm like a
the best way to do that is put everything on the table and let's see what the fuck we got.
they all have jewels, they all have gems. It's all every single one of them books. It don't matter which
And if
one of
you
them
look at
religions you
it, and if
take.
you look at all of the religions,
All
all of
those
them are
books are
saying the same thing. Just they
they
just
all say
saying
the
it
same thing.
differently.
They all say the
They're
same
just saying
basic
it
three
differently.
or three or four. There's three or like even George Carlin, the comedian, who like if I was like I would say I follow Carlinism. Like he said, you could break down basically to like one or two things really like Just don't do no shit you don't want nobody to do to you. That's it. Like,
Mm.
you want somebody to kill you? No. Don't kill nobody. Do you want somebody to steal from you? No. Don't steal from nobody. Like, just don't do nothing you wouldn't want nobody to do to you. That's all. That's the simple one rule. One rule rules them all. You know what I mean? Like,
But see, look, that go back to that karma shit.
mhm.
Cause if you know about the laws of attraction and how karma work, if you don't put it out, it's not gonna come to you. So you feel me?
Yeah,
And that's just anything, good or bad.
yeah.
So
The word karma means it. When you translate the word karma, uh, it means basically like the the cause, like the whatever happened after an
the
action.
cause and effect.
Yeah, so it's any kind of cause and effect, like basically the reaction of what of action, the reaction of
Yeah,
action.
yeah. Karma is just the reaction of an action that you
Right.
already acted on previously.
Yes.
And you just reaching the um reaching the pinnacle of that thing climaxing
Yeah.
to
That
the
wave that
closure
you put out
of
at that
that.
point.
But just
It's like when you
because you experienced that one time doesn't mean that that's not going to keep occurring. You feel
yeah.
me?
It's
Because
like
if you keep doing the same shit, you're gonna keep getting the same responses. It's kind of like it's kind of like when you make a mistake. You feel me? And you make that mistake, and you realize you don't bump your head. You ain't gonna continue to bump your head because you know it hurt.
yeah.
You
But you
feel me?
still might put a hat on too tight and be like, oh shit, I forgot I
Yeah,
got that helmet.
you might put a helmet on and
Yeah.
guard your shit, but you gonna look. You ain't gonna just
But
run into it.
but what I'm
You
saying
feel
is
me?
some of them effects, like, okay, you hit your head, you got that knot right then, right? Like, ow,
Mhm.
there's the effect. But you still have ripple effects that come from that. You know what I mean? Like maybe when you wake up in the morning, you go to brush your hair and you brush across that knot because you forgot you had it. Now you got to feel that pain again because
Mhm.
of the first initial thing. It's like I think it was Alan Watts said it. He's talking about it. It's really karma's like you throw a rock in the water, right? The rock makes a splash in the water, but then there's also waves that come out from that splash, and then those waves eventually make it to the shore and make some dirt wet. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. It's like the Big Bang. Like it's still
It
happening.
doesn't just stop with you. It keeps
Right?
going.
It keeps going.
It doesn't
And
stop with you. That's the
you
thing.
just
You feel
because
me?
you make a mistake today. So say you made a mistake today, you shot somebody, they lost their life. Now you would say the karma that the reaction for you pulling the trigger was somebody dying. But it didn't stop there because now you're either on the run or going to jail or whatever. And it didn't stop there because now you got to live through however long you're in there and do whatever. You know what I mean? There's that karma keeps going. It's a wave.
And
It's
then not only that, you got to deal with the retaliation from that situation.
yeah, and it's just going to continue going forever and ever and ever. Each wave that you put out will continue to flow. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, that shit is crazy.
That's why people always tell you protect your energy. Be careful what you put your energy into, because
Yeah.
it could be very detrimental to you.
Yeah, even like because sometimes with enough energy, you do a small thing and it causes a big wave. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Sometimes a big thing is a small wave.
And sometimes
But
the small wave is a big wave.
fuck yeah, it is.
It's vice
Sometimes
versa. It just
just like
depends on how you
you
look
get
at
in
it.
your car and you back up and you didn't look in the mirror fast enough and you run somebody over and kill them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
shit is crazy.
you definitely can't outrun karma, because look, it's like Final Destination. You might cheat
Yeah,
it, but it's still coming.
it's
It's
still coming.
still
It's a
coming.
ripple effect. It doesn't stop right there. You know what I mean? It keeps waving out. And it's not even just one
Keeps
wave. You know what I
going.
mean? You throw the rock in the water. it splashes. It doesn't make one wave. It makes wave, 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 and then those waves keep going and spreading out and getting further and touching more. You know what I mean? One small rock eventually touches the whole puddle. Eventually, waving out slowly. It might not make a big difference at the end of the puddle, but it's still gonna make it there. It's still a splash.
Boy, this is a deep ass conversation.
Yeah, that's how I talk, man. And really, that's why I don't even talk to that many people like that because they can't get on the vibe. So I mean, they're either shallow or just blinded. They still got the blinders on. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah,
frustrating sometimes.
I
It's
trust
really
me. I
frustrating,
understand, bro. I understand, man. Like I be
and I
getting
don't blame people.
frustrated.
You
I
know
be
what I
getting
mean? Like,
frustrated with these YouTubers too because I'm a YouTuber, but I like to support up and coming YouTubers. You feel me?
yeah,
But it's just like certain stuff I don't like. Like you feel me? If you gonna say you gonna do something, do it.
yeah,
Don't be don't be don't be having like a little hidden agenda behind what you're doing. You feel me? Like if you gonna be that. I don't got no problem with you being whatever you wanna be on here, but just be true to who you is. Don't
yeah.
lie to kick it. You
Right.
feel me? I done cashed out motherfuckers on here, all type of shit, bro. I'm not finna call nobody out because that's not me. I don't care. You need it more than I do. That's how I
Yeah.
feel. But far as all of this nitpicking going back and forth and all that, bro,
You
we
don't
got
want to
bigger
do
fish to fry, bro. We're not the enemy.
it. You
The
don't want
enemy don't even want you to know they your enemy.
to do it. Facts.
So if your enemy don't want you to know that they're your enemy and you busy fighting with somebody that you don't got no business fighting with, what does that tell you? You lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
You
Facts.
lost in the sauce. What we look like, man? We all trying to figure this shit out together. So
Everybody,
if
everybody
we all if we
distracted.
all on YouTube trying to figure out what the hell we up against and put all the pieces together, what makes it right for me to say that you wrong for believing in what you believe in?
That's what I said. Like you believe whatever you want, whatever
Like
makes you
I don't
sleep good at
understand
night.
how you have people
Good.
on here that dictate people's opinions based off of the information they provide you with. Like, bro,
And see,
just because you go ahead.
that's where I stopped even talking to most people about this shit because I feel the same way. Like okay, believe whatever you want to believe. Don't try and push your agenda on me, right? I believe that,
Mm.
like if you want to teach me, if you want to give me some knowledge, help me grow in a way that maybe I've never, you know what I mean? I grew up this way, you grew up, like who knows what, you know what I mean? Who knows what I could teach you or you could teach me.
Right.
So, but you know what I mean? When it's, yeah, I forgot even what I was saying.
It'll come back to you. It always do.
It always does. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, I
But
forgot
like
what I was.
I feel you what you're saying though, man. Like, bro, look.
Oh, and now I remember. So, so like that's why I stopped talking to people about it because I like you know how like with certain people that have their beliefs, they want you to believe that too. You know what I mean? So then like I got to the point where if I tell somebody shit and they don't want to listen, I'm not gonna keep telling you because if you don't want the knowledge, like and I'm what do I look like sitting out here trying to beg you to take some knowledge that you don't want?
Like, it's like talking to a wall. It's pointless.
Yeah, I'm beating a dead horse. What the fuck? Like I'm just talking to hear myself talk at that point.
Right, right.
Especially I already have the knowledge. I don't. You know what I mean? Like I already went and did my research. And I'm not saying I know everything. I have a sliver of a pie to offer everyone else if they want to offer me a sliver of their pie. If they don't got no pie, I'm good. Still offering them a sliver. You know what I mean? It's whatever.
That fucks people up, bro. When they come to this thing called knowledge,
You're breaking up, yeah.
you still here?
Yeah.
Hey, but like I was saying though,
Yeah, you cut out when you said the thing
it's
about
not all the information that
you're breaking up again, yo.
learning from constantly learning that you're supposed to be learning, not going to get better. We gonna be doing to repeat the same answer that never. You feel me?
The whole first part of that cut
And
out,
that,
but
that just
that
period,
doomed to
point blank,
repeat
ain't no way
yourself shit
around
is
it. We
fact.
gonna get this right, and we really need to focus on our that
You back here? You back, yo?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, you definitely
I,
right. Like we're doomed to repeat the same mistakes. Like what we've been doing over and over, then you going again.
Barella, salute the Cloud9, salute the Nova Real Show,
Salute to everybody in the comments. I can't see y'all, but salute.
salute everybody in the comments, salute to everybody that's on my subscription, salute to everybody that's not subscribed. You feel me? Um, yeah, but like I was
Yeah, I
saying
think
though,
people need to take it backwards. You know what I mean? Like if you get that
you say what?
complicated engine, you realize things are too complicated. We need to take some steps back. You know what I mean? Take some steps backwards.
Yeah, we definitely gotta go back
Yeah, shit has
to
gotten
this
out of control.
something. It's something we're making, and I'm not just picking on anybody. I'm saying all as a
I
human
mean,
race, we're missing something. We're missing
think
the
about this.
compassion. We're missing the humanity.
The reason that
The
we can see things,
humanity, man. Like,
the reason you can see anything is because it has static electricity in it, right? That's what makes it visible to you. The whole planet's got energy literally
right?
flowing through it. You got energy flowing through. You take a ball and rub it on your head, stick it to the wall, right? So like we are so disconnected. Like, yeah, they say now, yeah, we got phones, all these other things that disconnect us, keep us distracted. But thinking even
Right.
that simpler than that, we got shoes with rubber on the bottom that keep us from even
In
feeling
line.
feeling the vibration of the earth.
You
Like
was not lying. You know, all the way 100.
like that's not natural. That's not natural. We got to get back to like we eat fruit that don't got no seeds in it. We got fucking animals that don't even exist. They're creating their shit as they go, motherfucking
Can you
genetically
hear me?
cloning shit. And
Kind of
come on,
froze.
man. It's like people got bored, like they ran out of shit to do.
Let me
Like
see.
science ran out of shit to do, and just what are we gonna do next? I don't know. Let's see if we can make a lamb in a bowl. Come on, man. What's the point of that? Like, what is the benefit of that? Like, just to say you did it? Like, let's make fish that you can have as pets that glow. Like, come on, like shit don't even like you're just doing shit to do it. And then when some shit like Corona happens because they were in some lab fucking around, then it becomes we don't know what happened. I know what happened. You guys are sitting there worrying about shit instead of being in tune with nature and
They
the
know what
earth.
happened. I know what happened. It was created in the lab. It was created in the lab just like they created everything else.
That's what I'm saying. Like I know you guys were in a lab doing some dumbass shit that
Remember,
you don't have
remember,
no
remember
business
the
doing
what was
in the
what was
first
what was
place.
what was the rumor about AIDS? What was the rumor about AIDS?
Yeah, yeah, in a
How did
lab.
how did they come? How did they present to the public that AIDS came out? They was like, oh, it was from two monkeys having sex or some shit.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, I remember. I remember.
And in all actuality, they made
Oh,
that shit
is
in
it?
the
They
lab.
made it in the lab. They make everything.
In all
They because
actuality,
it's a
they made it
business
in the
for them.
lab just like they made the Rona in the lab. Cause how the fuck could they? How could they pinpoint it back to a lab in? Wuhan, China.
It's like Damian Marley
Yeah,
said. He said when they come out with the
we could talk
cure,
about the
that's when their
woman.
noses
How
start
come they found?
sneezing.
How come
They had a cure in 3 months, 6 months, or whatever it was. Come on, man. Some bullshit. I ain't retarded. Like,
y'all knew y'all was lying when y'all came out with this shit. Y'all knew y'all was
yeah.
lying when y'all came out with this shit. The shit been on the back of the Lysol can forever, bro. Coronavirus in the
But see,
red bubble, the red box,
what's
bro.
gonna be fucked
It's on
up
the back of the
is when
Lysol can. So why is we going crazy about this?
what's gonna be fucking like
That
that
bitch is on
shit.
the back of the Lysol can right now, in that red bubble.
Yeah, I've been saying that for years, or since the pandemic started. They said, man, since the '80s has been saying that on the fucking Lysol kills coronavirus. Coronavirus has been around forever. You know what I mean? Like coronavirus is basically
What are
like
you talking about? The coronavirus. That shit been
yeah,
here. The fuck?
yeah. It's just a new strain of it that y'all fucking manipulated. Y'all sat in a lab and played with some
Like
shit, mixed
mutated.
in this, mixed
So
in
y'all
that.
mean to tell me y'all got variants? Y'all got different variants out here?
Yeah, because now shit is growing out of
Ain't
control. It's like a
had
movie.
none of that. Just magically just mutated.
It's,
It
who
just
knows?
magically
And see,
mutated.
that's when
Nah,
shit gets out of
we ain't no
control.
such
That's
thing
when,
as an accident. Ain't no such thing as a coincidence. Y'all made that.
yeah. But sometimes, like, it's like when you know what I mean. You want to train a dragon or some shit. Well, eventually, he gets big enough to eat you. You become food. You know what I mean? It's like training a tiger. Like, yeah, when he's little and you can play with him, it's all good. But when he gets 300 pounds and he eats you, like he ends up getting bigger than you can control it. And maybe they meant to put out the first strain and maybe a second strain, but they didn't realize that the third or fourth one will mutate. But I think there's another part of it that maybe so like 100 years ago, there's a 3 part lecture that this guy did, and it would have this came out before the pandemic, and the guy died like a month or two before the pandemic happened or started. So it's about the flu of 1918, 1917, 1919. So 100 years ago, we had a flu that happened just like if you're listening to this guy talking, you forget that he's talking about 100 years ago. He talks about the movie theaters shutting down. He talks about they wanted people to wear masks. People were fighting about not wearing masks. People were everything that's happening right now happened 100 years ago. 100% everything that happened. There's documentation of it. And here's the other part of it that goes along with the Great Depression that we've been talking about. So in the Great Depression, everybody says, "Oh, well, it happened because the stock market crashed and blah blah blah." Yes, it did happen because the stock market crashed, but the stock market crashed because for 3 years they dealt with a pandemic and they kept inflating the deficit, and then eventually that bubble popped, and that's what caused the Great Depression.
Just like they
And how
doing
did they
now,
get
they
out of it?
inflating the goddamn budget,
So what's going to
and
happen? See,
we
because
finna be on the break of the Great Depression
the stock market is
in the
based on
world.
futures a year and a half in advance. So if they're basing this year's stocks off of still basing it off before the pandemic even started or right around the time, so the decline in money hasn't even happened yet. And that's why they kept putting out them stimulus. But what's going to happen now? You're either going to send people to slaughter and let them get the new shit, or you're going to fucking pop the bubble. And the bubble's going to pop. There's no way to control it. The money wasn't made. The movie theaters are their stocks went bunk. You know what I mean? Like they closed the
Mm-hmm.
fucking movie theater. They didn't make no money. Hollywood didn't make no money. All these places didn't make no money.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you give them a tax break, that means that's taxes you ain't collecting, which means that's money you ain't collecting, which still leaves a hole in the bubble. You're gonna hide it somewhere else, but it's still a fucking bubble. It's still got to pop at some point.
Yeah. It's gonna pop wherever it go at.
The only way to get out of it is the same way they got out of it last time. How did we even get out of the depression? Fighting wars, because where there's war, there's profit.
Right.
So if we're engaged in a big
It,
war with
it
somebody, that means
both
tanks
sides,
being
because you feel
built,
me?
that means
It,
bullets being made, that means a bunch of people
you
dying. The third.
a lot of people and share funding both sides of the war. You feel me? And they
Yeah,
who
everybody loses in war.
the
You
same
know what I mean?
financier.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, only the ones that put the money up for the guns and shit.
yeah, for sure. And even they're gonna
It's
lose
like
somebody.
chess, bro.
Somebody they know is
It's
gonna
like
die
chess,
in that
bro.
war.
It's chess, bro. It's bigger.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because
those
they ain't
those
sending their
five
kids to
top
go fight.
billionaires, those like five
Yeah, they
or
ain't sending
six.
their kids to go fight. And
Well,
they
them top 10 billionaires
kids
are
to
the ones
go.
you're talking about. They get paid. They get paid off
They
of
send your
everything.
baby to go fight in the war. Yeah,
Yeah,
and all them government contracts and all that. How y'all think they be getting them?
and they get paid
Same
three
way,
or four
war
times.
dog.
They own the company that makes the material. Then they own the company, or at least the stock in the company that makes the product. Then they own stock in company that sells the product. Then they own stock in a company, like they own all the stocks in the companies that sell their products. So they make off of
So
you
they
buying
just
some
they
shit from them.
all over the board.
Yeah, if I'm selling you a product, I might as well buy. If I know you're going to be buying a product, then I know I should buy into the companies that are making that product, because then I'm going to, well, 5 times my money, because I know every time that product is made, I just made money five
Companies
times,
that's
not one.
selling that product,
Yeah.
companies that's using that product.
Yeah, I got 5 different companies. I got one company
So you'll never
makes the
run out of
cardboard,
you'll never run out
one that makes
of fucking
boxes.
income.
Uh-huh. Because they own it all. That's why we're at the point we're at. Like, what is
Mm.
it, 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago that they said that for the first time ever, the richest 1% own more than everyone else put together. They own more than all the rest of it. The top 1% own more than everyone else put together, which means there's no middle class. You're either comfortable or poor, or you're somehow in the 1%. That shit is crazy. Oh,
Listening,
there should be
I'm listening to you.
a limit. There's no even sense in having money. The whole money system is ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
like,
we better all going back to gold bricks.
even that, what are you gonna do with the gold? Like,
Because
it's like you were saying.
the paper that the money printed on ain't even worth the paper that is printed on.
Right, but even that, like, you're not really going to use the gold for anything. It's just another form of money. You might as well go back to, like you said earlier, and do the bartering thing where, like, I got potatoes, you got carrots. Maybe I'm going to give you 4 potatoes for 3 carrots, or
Where
whatever.
we just trade. You
Right.
got a
That's what,
good that I
because that's
need,
the
and I got a
actual
good that
good.
you need. Let's trade. Fuck it.
You
And just do
can't eat
business.
gold. You can't eat money. You
Cut
can't
out the
eat none of that
middleman.
shit. Yeah, exactly. If we just went back to trading, we
Then
don't
get
have no
back to
need for them.
agriculture, growing and cropping
But what
and
they
land, and you feel me?
they started
Actually
growing fruit that don't
producing
got no
your
seeds in
own
it.
products. You feel me? Opposed to you going through a third party.
Right. But what did they do? Monsanto's made the seeds, so you got to buy seeds from them, and them seeds won't grow you new seeds. So you got to buy them seeds from them every year.
Like you
So to
said
buy them
earlier,
seeds,
Bill
you got
Gates
to have money.
on 70% of all farmland
And yeah, is owned by fucking Bill Gates. So then you got to figure out how to
percentage
grow.
of all land. He's trying to do that. Do you think that he's trying to food that's already been in for you to
I
make you
think
sicker?
I don't know what the fuck that. I
Remember what I
mean,
sources you control,
I like you said earlier, anything is possible and equally possible. You know what I mean? It could be
regardless if
anything.
there's nothing on that farmland or not. You can still use that land to produce
Hmm.
something. So if I
Yeah,
own that, I put a gate around that land and I make it illegal for you to be on my land, and now you trespassing on my land, just trying to
yeah.
motherfucking grow a tree, an apple
I
tree.
don't even
You
believe
feel me?
I don't even believe in owning land. To me, that's the most one of the most despicable things. Like, who gives you the right to ever walk somewhere and say, "This is mine"? Everything I can see in my visual field is mine. And matter of fact, I'm gonna break it up in pieces and sell it to other people. What? Like, and then you tell me I can't walk? If my feet can take me there, I'm walking. Like, you can't tell me I can't walk there.
I'm
They shouldn't even be
listening.
able to have borders between countries. What do you mean I can't cross imaginary line? If my feet can take me there, I was born on this floating rock called Earth. If I
Yeah.
can walk,
Uh,
like,
you know what? I agree with you. I agree with you when you say I agree with you on that one because my uncle, my uncle had land in my uncle had land in Tampa. Tell me why the the, the state of Tampa took the land
that's what I'm saying. You don't own
when
it.
he
First of
died.
all, you don't
They
own the
took the
land.
land,
You just lease it. Yeah. You don't really own it.
repossessing, repossession.
If
They finna
you
sit
don't pay
somebody
the
else on that
taxes on
shit
it,
now. Somebody else got that shit now.
yeah. And they keep selling it. And how fucked up is that? That the first boats that came over here told some natives, yeah, I know you guys live here, but everything I can see and everything that I can't see is mine. And I'm gonna sell it to a bunch of other guys that aren't even here yet. And we're gonna get the fuck out of here. That
Hmm.
shit is crazy, man. That shit is fucking crazy. That shit is bananas. Who does
Yeah,
that?
man, this shit wild as hell, man.
That shit is ridiculous. Like, nobody should really be like right now. If there's a tree growing outside and it grows apples, just as an example, or you're in Florida, it grows oranges, and fucking every breath of air that you exhale, that tree absorbs that carbon monoxide and makes oxygen and feeds that your carbon to that orange. Every time it rains outside and it
Right.
rains on your head, it's the same rain going on that tree. So you're entitled to at least a bite out of at least one orange on the tree, at least one bite out of one orange. Gotta be. Like, you were born on this rock. You're equally entitled to everything that everybody else on this rock is equally entitled to. Like, shit don't make sense. Like,
You definitely ain't lying. You keeping it so
for all of us.
so real. It ain't even funny. A lot of people going. A lot of people head. because they don't understand how the world works. If you ain't been outside of America and actually at how the world works, then you'll see what's really going on, bro. It's just a
Yeah.
bunch of fighting
Shit
for
we made
power.
up. It's just little shit we made. We're kids playing house, man. We're little kids playing house. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah,
we
we
all get to
play
play it. We all get to
catch
play
up
our
in
own
the
little
losing
game of house.
race.
Yeah. But we could be
Yeah,
doing other
we
shit.
all just
We
living. We
could.
all living in our own little DTD, but the problem. You feel me? But the more we focused on playing house, the less we could focus on the DTD that we need to be focused on. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. If you go, they did
And
a
and and
study
that's
where to find
go
it,
ahead.
but they did a study where they went to like the most. They try to find the happiest people in the world, like that had the most serotonin, the most good disposition, just the most friendliest, happiest people in the world. And they went to all these different places. And then they went down to some like tribe in the Amazon that had very little outside contact. And they don't breathe a lot of fucked up chemicals in their air. They don't drink. Not to say that, of course, it floats all over the globe, but it don't get too much there. And they got a nice canopy. Anyways, they went down there, and while they were filming, these people's hut fell over. It was like a bad rainstorm, and like the main hut fell over. These people were out there laughing, and the next day they were out there laughing when they were rebuilding the hut because they're, just, what else are they gonna do? You know what I mean? They're just chilling. Like, it happens all the time. So fuck it. Like, they're not absorbed in all this little minor. Oh, I gotta do this to make sure I can do that. You know, people will probably look change their opinion. So one of my, man, I don't know, like I don't know how much I can tell people to go read this. You gotta have a open mind when you read it, knowing who wrote it. But you know who the Unabomber is?
Yeah, I know what a Unabomber is.
So if you read his manifesto, what his cause was for doing everything he did, like he was a professor in Harvard when he was 19 years old. You know what I mean? Like, he was a genius. And he wrote a thing after he did all them bombings. He wrote a thing to like the New York Times. It's what ended up getting him caught actually, because his brother noticed that it was his writing, or his brother's wife noticed and then told him or some shit. Anyways, he uh he wrote this thing called Industrial Society and Its Future. And man, I suggest anybody and everybody read that. Like, try and take out of it that this guy, he crossed the line between genius and doing fucked up shit. Yes, like, he did kill some people, but like we said, people gotta die. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I'm not saying he was right in doing what he did or how he did it,
In all
but
revolutions, somebody has to die.
somebody's gotta die. And if
Period.
you read that,
Live in
if you
harmony.
read
It's
that
not gonna be
that
no
that
kumbaya, no nothing.
and I suggest, if you next time you do some like study and shit like that, man, bro, please, Ted Kaczynski, uh, Industrial Society and Its Future. I think, man, that shit hits the nail on the head. Like, he says, so one of his points is, you know where depression comes from? Depression comes from before you ever came out. Once they found out your mom was pregnant, people in your family, people that love you,
Mm.
started having ideas about, you were going to go to school, you were going to get good grades, you were going to meet all the right people, you were going to go to the good college, network. you were gonna get the best job and get a house and marry the perfect woman and everything was gonna be lovely and you know they have your life they want that for you. You know what I mean? They're not it's not from a bad place. You know they want the best for you, but they want what they think and what they feel is best for you. So, and then when you, as you come out and the school is telling you, well, you got to get good grades to pass the class, you got to do this, you got to do, and as soon as you don't meet one of those milestones, or two, or three, or
criteria.
like you start realizing you could never make it to the last milestone, and it's like a subconscious thing because it was something that was thought into you that these are your goals in life. You got to meet these goals, but those are somebody else's goals. Those ain't necessarily like they can be your goals if that's what you want, if that's what your path has for you. But
Right.
that's why I'm just gonna retire from this society. I don't even want to like. I'm not trying to change nobody's mind no more. You know what I mean? Like I'm going off into the woods. I'm gonna do me on these trails. I mean, I might stop in town and work one day here and there. Hopefully, I can just find little farms to work for a day or two just to get the basic needs and keep it moving. Like, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to change. Anybody that wants to be a part of this fucking sideshow fuckery bullshit, have at it. Y'all want to run this shit into the ground? Please be my guest. But I'm not. I don't want nothing to do with none of it at all. I'm out. I'm out. I'm going to the mountains. Y'all do what you want to. I wish you the best. I'm out. You know, like I can't do it no more. Like trying to, and then I run into people like you, and I'm like, damn, this dude knows. Like I'm not the only one. Yeah, like this dude really knows this shit. And I appreciate that much, yo, for
It's
sure.
like, bro, like the first time I ever like learned shit was like graduated high school, you feel me? And then it was this dude named Melvin, and he was about the Illuminati it up on the everything. I just doing the backstory, everything, but that's how it started. But I already had that coma, you feel me? And they was telling me all that bullshit. So it's
Yeah.
like if I could get sick from playing, and I don't like the shit they told me that I got sick from. I never had a dog or a cat. Oh, that I
You
got
just
sick from a dog and a cat. I knew it was more behind it. Then I found out about Plum Island. When I found out about Plum Island, then that shit got spooky as fuck for me too. 'Cause it was
I don't know
really
about Plum
going
Island.
on,
What's that? What's Plum Island?
and don't
Or what?
it's government money.
Plum
Your
Island?
taxpayer money getting paid. Is Plum Island. They make diseases. This is the disease. This is a place where they make diseases at York, right off the shore of New York.
That's crazy.
But that shit real.
That's
This shit
crazy.
is
I believe
real.
it.
We live in a sinister ass environment. We live in a sinister ass environment, bro. Like the the the
Oh, I
the main
know.
people that used to be talking about this theory, they was the main ones trying to throw you off of the trail because they didn't want you, because they knew
Yeah.
they knew that they were going to be held responsible for the reactions that their actions took upon the people. Because you gotta
Yeah.
remember, it's only a small few that really run the world. So once you figure out who those people start getting some names and some addresses, you follow the money.
Yeah.
You
They
figure
probably
out who
live
the
in
fuck really
Antarctica.
behind what.
They probably live in
You follow the
Antarctica or
money,
some shit.
you find out who the your ass out of here. All money ain't good money. All business ain't good business.
Oh, facts. That's
And the
100%
oldest
true.
trick, the old one thing my grandma taught me: never trust a man in a suit.
Oh, that's true too. That's a damn true.
Who's in the suit at the time? A politician. I don't trust no politician.
Not a one. And I feel
Politicians
like
is
this. Like,
politicians. The politician shit is worse than gangsterism because that shit way more cutthroat.
and you have to cut
So
throats.
y'all
You have
think
to,
being a gangster, politicians and gangsters is like hand in hand.
because even if you plan on getting it, say you get in your local government and you just want to help your community, this and that, but then you want to get up to you realize that you can only do so much from the chairman of the whatever committee. So then you want to be the
Right.
mayor,
Yeah,
but then you realize
you gotta get, and then you gotta
you
get,
got to be the
and then you
governor,
gotta get,
and then
you gotta get
you
permission to
got to be
do.
yeah. So you got to make
I don't
promises to two
understand
different
why Dolph
people.
died the way Dolph died. Reason why Dolph died the way he died because he broke his oath. For one, he broke his oath. He was a part of that. He was a part of that. Now, one thing about being a part of that system is that dotted line. You cannot empower your people. That's why I will not. That's why I will not incorporate with nobody. I don't want to incorporate. I will. I will do. I will. I will partner with people, but as far as business, like no, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing to do with that because
Yeah.
and I don't want to get dirty. You feel me? I don't want to get dirty, but I know I'm gonna have to get dirty in order to get my people clean. You feel me? Somebody got to do the dirty work.
That's the truth.
Maybe y'all, let's pray, let's pray. Nah, somebody got to step behind this shit.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Protests,
step
like
behind it. I'm gonna
all
step
the
behind it.
protests.
I'm gonna die behind it because
Them people have seen
I'm
people at
losing
that
people by
window.
the motherfucking day.
Yeah.
And this
And
shit
and
is
it
having it. I'm having PTSD because of this shit.
and it's basically
I'm psychologically scarred. I'm mentally scarred. I'm emotionally damaged. All type of shit. You feel me? And I'm not saying that I'm the only one. I'm pretty sure everybody out there feel the same way. But I'm done. All this alleged ain't no alleged. Everything facts. Everything facts. If you don't want to believe it, go look it up. Ain't no alleged my ass. That's another conspiracy theory. Allegedly,
yeah.
alleged,
Every
alleged
it's
my
like
man. That shit
everything's
proof.
a fact and
Proof
nothing's
in
a
the
fact at
pudding.
the same time. Everything's a fact and nothing's a
Yeah,
fact because everything is a fact, but it's all
yeah,
perception.
because everything is a fact and everything don't exist because everybody's following the wrong goddamn blueprint. So everybody following the wrong blueprint, then somebody got their facts wrong.
And just like I was saying earlier, like two of the best pieces of advice, man, is believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Because me and you could both see a car accident. We could be standing the same, walking down the street, we see the same accident. But you were looking at this car and I was looking, we see two different things. You were at this angle, I was at that angle. We might have seen something a little different. You know what I mean? Like, and when you're
Right.
having somebody else tell you that,
Yeah,
now
two
they're
different
telling you what
perspectives.
they seen. You know what I mean? Like now it's a third party involved because you didn't even see it. You're somebody's
Right.
telling you what they seen, which it can't be 100% fact. You can never have 100% fact because nothing is 100% fact no more. because everything has
Facts.
some other shit behind it.
You is not lying, my boy.
And you know what I was gonna talk about too that you were touching on earlier was
Go ahead.
look at the TV shows they got now. They got like all the reality bullshit, whether it's uh Big Brother,
Mm,
all these houses. They got all these houses where these people live in there, and then basically you gotta click up with people, snake a bunch of people out, and then try and be the last one in there. And this is basically entertainment. It's just training people to be more snaky and more snaky because that's what you watch all day. I don't even watch TV no more. I threw TV out. I threw the TV out. After I watched,
yeah, basically they training people to be malicious and conniving and
yeah,
cutthroat and do
cutthroat. They
whatever you
want
gotta
you to
do
be
to
like that.
get to the fuck over. You feel?
Yeah,
That's not real. That's not how you build a real relationship with anybody, bro. If
exactly,
you trying to build
exactly.
something, why not build it? Why tear it down? Why why throw lemon juice? Why why throw lemon? Like, come on, man. Like, it's like
This shit is crazy.
trying to make.
You cut out, yo.
We got a saying down here. You feel me? We got a saying down here. You feel me? Um, shit, shit. I got enough lemons to make lemonade. You feel me? So I'm gonna go ahead and make
Yeah,
it what I want it. Now,
yeah. That's what you gotta do.
it's a million and one ways to go about making it the way you want it. Now, I'm not here to say which way is the right way, which way is the wrong. We got the intuition to know when our gut tell us guide you out here. You feel me? You disconnected from your inner self.
And on top of it, it's like we were talking about, like you got to make your own rules for your game. You know what I mean? You were born alone, you will die alone. Like you are the only one that will be with you at those two moments. You're the only one that has to feel your pain. You know what I mean? Has to deal with your struggle. So you got to find what way of life works for you. You know what I mean? Everybody's
What I be
goals ain't the
speaking
same.
about.
Yeah.
Oh man, we just politicking, my G. We just politicking, just having a conversation. You feel me? Just trying to awareness and wake up everybody. You feel me? Really going on. You feel me?
Oh
How you doing, Carlton?
yeah. But yeah, shit is.
But yeah, you can continue talking. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to.
No, you're good. Yeah, we just need to. Everybody needs to do what makes them happy. You know what I mean? Like that's why I don't want to change. You know, if somebody wants to live
Yeah,
this
but that's
life,
why it's called happiness. You see, look, everybody. The thing about it, everybody else is living for everybody else's satisfaction, but ain't nobody getting no satisfaction because, like,
hang
content
on, I got
and
a call coming
satisfaction
in.
is. You could be content and not be happy. You feel me? You could be content and not be satisfied. If you're not satisfied, you're never gonna be content. So you feel me? How the fuck could I be content and not be satisfied? I need to be satisfied in order for me to be 100% content with where I'm at in life. And if I'm not happy with where I'm at in life, okay, then I need to look at myself in the mirror and stop blaming everybody around me for even if you may have encouraged me to make the me, but I can't blame you. I can only fix my situation. If I fix
Yeah.
me, I be 100 times better fixing you than me
Yeah.
fixing myself than me trying to fix the bad shit and fix myself. You feel me? That's the problem, bro. We working. We can't fix what's already fucked up. We fucked up, so we need to fix ourselves. That that goes to mental health. That goes to going to the doctor. That you feel me? Whatever it is, whatever need to be on that, be about that, because health is wealth. Remember that health is
Yeah, that's facts. Health and knowledge. That should be people's focus, not working
focus
hours, paying the
on
bills.
you. Focus on you. Don't focus on nobody else, bro, because you can't
Yeah.
control nobody else. All you can control is yourself.
Big, huge fucking facts.
Outside of that, oh, they did it, they did it. No, what you gonna do? Fuck what they did. What is you gonna do? What you gonna do different than what the next nigga did?
And that's what it should be about, doing something different. Because obviously, what we've
Shit, you
been
can't
doing
get
and
mad
what,
at us because you got man. You can't blame us. Everybody ain't fucked up. Everybody ain't on the same shit. You feel me? But if if that's what you gravitate towards, means knock yourself out. I'm not finna. You feel me? I'm not finna be. I'm not finna be the well dry. If the well
yeah,
me
yep,
blaming people for our actions, we need to be more accountable for
yeah,
mistakes. Stop blaming these artists because they ain't in control of their own self. You can't blame nobody. Blame a puppet for being a puppet
yeah. That's what I was saying
because that's
earlier.
what he's
Like,
paid to be, a puppet.
that's why you just gotta be that one-eyed king that I was talking about in the land of the blind. Where all these people out here can't see what the fuck is really going on. Somebody with even one eye is king. So you got both eyes open. What does that make you?
Accordingly, I'll drop my job accordingly because I know I can't save everybody, but
Yeah,
my goal is to save body.
yeah, as many as I can.
I already know I can't save everybody, but I want to save somebody. I want to wake somebody up. I
Yeah,
don't
just
care
one.
what race you are or where you come from. Ooh,
Yeah, you just keep putting it out there. You know what
all
I
to
mean? Like we said,
prosper. That's all I want.
every
All I want is for the human race to prosper and be better than it is. And right
yeah,
now we killing
yeah.
ourselves. We finna kill all the whole human race. The whole human race finna knock the whole human race out because we all fighting with each other. We all fighting.
Over petty, over
All these
nothing.
races fighting against each other. You got blacks fighting against blacks, whites fighting against whites, Mexicans fighting against Mexicans, goddamn me, and all the other ones. You feel me? All
Yeah.
they
And ultimately it all boils
respectable
down to one.
places. Yeah, spiritual welfare. You gotta
It all
understand
boils
it's not
down.
just fashion, but we're
The main
princes
the main
and principalities of high wickedness. High wickedness, you gotta stay prayed up out you. You gotta stay prayed up. Walk swift, move light. You feel me? Just because it look a certain type of way don't mean that's what it is. You feel me?
yeah.
Get caught
Yeah.
up in losing. The illusion is meant to trick you.
It is. Definitely.
Magicians, all wicked, bro. All that shit wicked as hell. Cause I mean, where you learned your first? Where you learned got this? Right, the came in town with the circus, right? Come on, man. Let's keep
Yeah.
it real, bro. And them motherfuckers work with demons.
Doing
Magicians work with
tricks.
demons too. Illusions, all that, pulling needles out your arm. Yeah, yeah, you can't do that. You stick a needle through your arm right now, I guarantee you gonna bleed out. So how the
Yeah.
fuck you can stick a whole needle through your goddamn arm and you don't bleed? Nigga, you was like,
I don't know. Yeah.
alright. Alright, you just watch
Uh,
the sorcerer. You just watch the sorcerer work his magic.
and now they just do a different kind of magic. It's a different
Yeah,
kind of
they just
magic now.
doing
It's
it,
the
bro.
man behind the
It's
curtain.
just
It's the
physics,
man behind
bro.
the curtain
Is it
now.
in order to be a good magician, you got all of that shit. Because it's all an optical illusion. So if you ain't playing the physics right, then it's not going to go the way that they want it to go.
There you go. And that's why they got other shit
It
like
has to make
Google
sense,
and
but
all
it
this
can't make
other
sense.
shit. They're cheating like they always do. They know if they offered you this phone that
All
makes
this
life
shit, bro, all
easier.
this shit sinister. The oldest trick the devil ever had was convincing the world's population that he doesn't exist. And motherfuckers be like, "Oh, it's not devil music. It's not devil music. It's just. I just like the beat. I just like the tempo." Okay, even know it because you listening to that beat, and then so that song programming the lyrics in your head because you don't got control over your subconscious. As much as you want to
You know
train
about
your
sacred
subconscious, you
vibrations?
can train it.
You know about sacred vibrations for cleaning different parts of your
What you say?
chakra and shit? Sacred vibrations,
Yeah, yeah. Of
where it's
course,
just
because
like,
see, look, if you pay attention to music, right? Do you know that? Do you know about hertz and shit? Okay,
yeah,
so
that's what I'm talking about.
just because the song done came on, you like, why the fuck I feel like this? I'm having a good day, nigga. That's them hurts. Them hurts fucking with
Yeah,
you
yep,
because
fact.
it puts some
That those sacred vibrations are fucking important for like retuning yourself.
guess what? Somebody comes to you
You were breaking up at that last part.
because you going against that person. And don't even know you going against that person, but that just feed more hate and more envy to be born into society.
Because those negative vibrations are stronger. You know, you can put one negative person in the room and they'll make the whole vibe change. You know what I mean? You put one
Yeah,
happy person in a room full of negative people, they ain't gonna.
you one bad apple spoils a bunch.
You were breaking up real
That's
bad
all it
there.
is. One bad apple and so you take that same logic, right? You game and you be like, okay, bro. If I put myself on a number of positive people, the moment you put yourself on that one negative individual, that fuck up all your work, you trying to do something good. So man, you gotta equally yoke yourself out to that young ago, dude.
You
I'm back,
there?
bro.
All right. Yeah, I couldn't hear you at all.
Shit keep tweaking. But yeah, man, like I was saying though, bro, we just got to, for the ones that wanna be productive and change this stuff, because I know everybody ain't gonna be on one accord and everybody ain't gonna wanna make a difference. But for those that are dedicated to making this world a better place, just start with yourself. Start with the people that you got grasp of. Cause that's what I do. I'm not worried about getting a big social media following, because I'm really outside with these people, bro. I'm really engaging with people. Even though the Rona going around, I still shake motherfuckers' hands, bro. I ain't scared of
Yeah,
that shit, bro. If I die, I die.
thanks.
You feel me? Cause at the end of the day, you can't have life without death. So if I die, that mean I live my expectancy. You feel me?
Yep, yep.
And I'd be damned if I live in fear. I'd be damned if I live in fear of a boogeyman, whatever the fuck. You feel me? Like people get lost in the sauce, and oh, well, this person said it and they got a PhD, and man, fuck that PhD. I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. I went to
Man,
Job Corps and learned everything that them motherfuckers went to
facts.
school for 4 years. Nigga, I
I
learned that shit in
respect
8 months,
self-taught.
nigga. So I
I
don't want to hear
respect
that shit.
self-taught over that college shit any day. Any day.
You feel me? And then like if y'all really want to go down the rabbit hole, I'll expose the pedo shit that go on in the Job Code.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, yeah, y'all got government officials fucking on little babies. Yeah, y'all got government officials fucking on little babies. Yo, y'all ain't gonna talk about that shit.
Other than that,
Y'all
how
ain't
was
gonna
Job
talk.
Corps? I wish I would have went to Job Corps. I didn't know about all that shit at the time. But how was Job Corps other than that though?
I know they don't like this. I know they don't like this. I I know, right? Hey, boy. Hey, one thing
Yeah.
about me, I don't. I don't hate, I congratulate, but when I congratulate you, I'm learning from you. Believe that.
Right, same,
You
same.
say what?
I said same, same.
I congratulate you so I can learn from you. I rather give you your flowers while you here and
That's
us
what I
come
was saying
and us
earlier.
us come to the table and
Build,
exchange
man. Build.
information to better one
Yeah.
another, but all that horror information, man, we gotta stop with that, bro. And then
That's what.
another thing, y'all need to stop having people cash up y'all for public information. Cause if a motherfucker know how a computer work, bro, I know how to build them bitches and I know how to break them bitches. So like a motherfucker can't tell me too much or nothing. A motherfucker can't tell me too much or nothing when it comes to programming and all that shit. Because if you look at the computer and you look at the human brain, it's set up the same fucking way.
Yeah, they did that on purpose.
It's set up the same fucking way.
It's modeled after it.
And what you gotta do with a computer, you gotta constantly give it updates and um spyware protection and all this antivirus protection and so you gotta treat your brain the same way. You gotta guard your shit because they trying to trick you off the streets mentally and physically.
Yeah, or keep you in a hole somewhere,
Yeah, but
stuck in the
see, look, that's the mental trap though.
stuck
Because
walking in
see,
circles.
if I trap you mentally, then I got you physically.
Yeah, yeah,
Because if I have you mentally shackled or wrapped around a certain notion that I done already pre-programmed in your brain based off of television programming and predictive programming and all this extra shit, which we already know what we're up against and we know that is out there. You feel me? Because when you go to the movie theaters and you eat that popcorn and you in that dark room, yeah, understand you being programmed. You're getting an update.
yeah,
Every time you go to the
yeah.
movie theaters, you're getting an update. Regardless if
Every,
you think you are or not, you're getting an update.
every
What you
time you
think
walk
they have
past
y'all
a
in
fast
that
food
dark ass
restaurant,
room for? Come on now. They
every
are
time you walk past a
indoctrinating
fast
y'all.
food restaurant, they got a picture of a new burger they're selling. That's an update.
Man, I'll fuck running. I'll fuck running. Bro, look, I ain't got nothing against movies. Cause my uncle and shout out to my family. Shout out to my family. Shout out to the Carver. Shout out to the Lindsay. Shout out to everybody. But that one last name Carver. George Washington Carver is my great granddaddy. Regardless
That's
of
what's up, man.
who believe it or not, I don't give a fuck. That's in my blood. That's blood. I know where I come from. I know what I'm capable of.
Crazy you say that, yo. So there's this dude that's like my great great uncle. That's like an American philosopher. There's, I think it is in that you know what I mean, in your blood, in your
Yeah, it's
DNA.
in your
There,
DNA. It's in your DNA, bro.
yeah,
Like that's your DNA code, bro.
yeah.
That's
Because I
that's gonna
read
be
some
in
shit.
you. It's in you.
I
It's not
read some
on you.
shit that my uncle wrote that he wrote in like 1700 something, and it's
Mm,
all facts. It's all facts, and it still all applies to today. And his name Ralph
yeah.
Waldo Emerson is a thing called nature. If you ever get some time, listen to that shit, yo. Nature, and then there's one
Mm,
called Self Reliance. That's good as fuck too. But I got to get you
mm.
on that. First, we got to get you on that Thoreau civil disobedience, man. I'm telling you, you'll love that shit. It's all about how, like,
Yeah, I'm.
you know, what
Hey, but look,
you
I'm gonna do all the research you told me. 'Cause I
know,
love
the
knowledge. One
very
thing about me, I love knowledge.
like the one of the first
I
three
love
or four
knowledge, and I love
sentences
I love sharing information, and I love having conversations. And I be on Twitter.
Same,
I be
bro.
on Twitter with the conversations too. So you feel me? I be
I
on
don't
Twitter
got
with the
no other social
conversation.
media, just this. Say again?
I say I be on Twitter with it too. I'm going on all they. I'm going on all they shit. I don't care. You feel me? If they come after me, they come. They gonna have to come with everything they got. I ain't got shit to lose.
I hear you. You ain't the only one,
If they
yo.
if they want me, they better come. You ready?
They, they,
Oh, you already? Yeah, but I'll introduce you to somebody. Oh, what's up? Good friend of mine. What's up? Mark. This is my neighbor. What's up, sir? Entrepreneur. Yeah. Bet. Yeah, bet.
yeah.
Like, oh shit. Ask him how I met him. Ask him how I met him. Yeah. I kind of already know. Kind of like.